really long time.
Oh, did you guys hear? Did you guys hear that Brie Larson got her silver play button today?
Oh yay! There's nobody could have deserved it less than Brie Larson.
I'm guessing she's had it already, like from the time she started her channel, and just waiting to unveil it.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Oh, basically, yeah, like
you're a worthless bitch. We've got something just for you.
She had 100,000 subscribers day 2 of her channel. She didn't post anything till day 3.
Oh, that's not at all surprising.
Yeah, it's still more organic than that fucking Vandis Owens bit.
Oh,
that van life chick that got like fucking like they got algorithm to shit for YouTube for no reason.
Yeah, the one that had like 2 videos and had like 6 million subscribers.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus.
Shouted out by Shilly D. Just a coincidence.
I mean, there's no sexual content allowed on YouTube either, but I mean, Belle Delphine's fucking still up there with that fucking video. It's like a step short of being an actual porn.
I guess if you're mainly appealing to pedophiles, it's okay though.
That's the part about it that's really fucked up. It's like she is of age, but her fan base is legitimately like just fucking pedophiles. It's like, oh, for crying out loud.
Yeah, she's technically legal, and she looks like a fucking kid.
She looks like the kind of bitch that would slash your fucking tires and like try to cut you in your sleep. You know, like I just wanted us to be closer, so I cut my hand in your shoulder and mixed our blood while you were sleeping.
Oh yeah,
you know, that romantic.
That's super sexy.
We've all been there, right? No.
Oh fuck.
Oh my god. She just, oh man. Her, I'm gonna put her in the same rank as Kesha and that fucking toilet bowl singer guy. The guy that looks like he belongs in a toilet bowl.
Bowl singer, I don't know who you're talking about.
Oh, he's really popular with the kids. I don't know what his fucking name is. I can never remember his goddamn name.
Is he a YouTuber guy or
no,
is he
he's
a
not a
regular
YouTuber guy. He's just super popular. I'm trying to think of some of the shit he writes. Fucking whatever.
What is it, Post Malone?
Yes.
He's popular.
That's the guy, Post Malone. He looks like he belongs in a toilet bowl.
What the fuck is a Post Malone, dude? Like, I know who he is, and I still don't know what a Post Malone is.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat, dude.
You just gotta look at him. His music is pretty fucking generic trash. Everybody fucking loves him, but the way he looks is the part that makes you just want to stick his head in a toilet and flush it.
Oh yeah. Like if he wasn't somehow a successful singer, he'd definitely be in prison or just got out of prison.
Well, that like a fucking picture in the Discord.
He also played a fucking white supremacist in a movie.
Oh really?
Yeah. Called the Spencer Confidentials.
Hashtag cancel Post Malone. There you play a role of somebody.
No, like, and it wasn't even a good white supremacist. Like he got fucking cucked out by this dude like fucking instantly.
Oh damn.
Like if you don't do what I say, you see this big black guy, he's gonna fuck your wife.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
That got graphic and fucking weird real quick. Oh man, but don't sexualize.
So he's even a shitty white supremacist.
A white supremacist? Or is he a black supremacist then? I'm not sure if at this situation Post Malone is trying to get his wife fucked by a black guy or not. I'm really confused. And I feel like looking at him, no one else knows either.
No, like okay, like he was
Grazer or whatever.
He was in prison, and like this guy wanted to get information out of him, and he was like, "Well, fine. If you don't tell me, you see this big black guy? Like he's showing him on the phone. You see this black guy sitting there flirting with your wife. Wow, her hands on his thigh. Like wow, they're really close. Like yeah, my big black guy friend's gonna fuck the shit out of your wife. You don't tell me what I want to know."
Oh, dude, that's fucked
And
up.
also, this big black guy is gonna fuck the shit out of your wife, even if you tell me what you say.
Yeah, because as soon as you fucking say anything, they're just gonna hang up the phone and the dude's gonna commence the fucking. If she's got her hand on his fucking thigh, it's obviously down at that point. That's not a fucking innocent touch.
Yeah.
I don't hang out with my bros and be like, let me just put my hand on your thigh.
That's not a good
black
touch.
guys are known for that.
Yeah, that's fucking weird,
just
man.
really good friends. Fucking hand on the thigh.
I'd be like, that bitch ain't my wife anymore. I just fucking showed me that. Like, clearly.
I thought hand on the thigh was good touch.
It
Is
is
that
if
bad
you're the
touch?
one getting it. Especially if it's followed by putting their hair up, you know?
That's a good touch for that black dude, for sure.
Yeah, well, I'm sure he was thrilled. I'd just be like, well, fucking, you just made a mistake, dude, because that bitch ain't my wife no more. Clearly.
You've
lost your leverage. And then the best part is after that, like, even if they, you know, decide, oh, well, then we're going to hurt her, be like, fucking, I don't care anymore. you just ended that relationship.
Mud, whatever. I forget the mud animal of the day is. But...
Mud shark. That's what it is. It's a mud shark.
Mud shark.
I think I would be less concerned about the fact that he was black and more concerned about the fact that my wife had her fucking hand on his thigh. You know what I mean? Like there's a fucking hierarchy of issues here. The fucking skin color is really not that high. I just like the people that get really mad about that. Like, as if it were a white guy fucking your wife, you'd be totally down. You're like, oh, that's different. Like, the fuck?
Wait, Gaming just retweeted this shit and he's not in here. Gaming, get your fucking faggoty ass in here.
Well, somebody disliked the stream, so I assume that was either him or Satan. Or...
I actually haven't pulled up the stream yet. I'm going to do that now and then dislike it.
There you go. I didn't know what to do.
I'm new. I don't know what to do.
Oh my god.
It's like Squad.
So how long before Brie Larson starts bitching and moaning about fucking comments on YouTube? And how they're toxic?
Dude, they're already being scrubbed. I was looking through the comments. There's no way they're not already being scrubbed.
Like, she's already bitching about comments on YouTube.
You're wrong on both
counts. Because I was curious, dude. I was curious because I went to the video and I was looking through the comments. Like, there's no fucking way you guys are deleting fucked up comments. All of these are positive, and most people hate you.
You're wrong on both counts. It was me that disliked you.
No one cares.
It was Samaj. Okay. Trying to break that Canadian stereotype.
God damn it. Like, we had him right in the palm of our hands. It's like, nobody likes you. I know. But then you had to go and be like, see, now I'm so happy that I found out it was you that was doing that thing that we just you fucked it up. You ruined the bit.
The bit. You fucked it up, man.
Look, the bits ruined the moment I come in here.
Like that magic guy that showed how all the magic tricks are done.
You need to understand the bit's always ruined because I'm always assuming there is a bit.
Oh, that's a fair point.
See, I'm always one step ahead of you, motherfucker. I know how you play.
10 minutes of your time twice a week.
Never gonna happen.
You know what? I should have known that was coming that fast. I
knew it was going to come. That's his only
if he didn't bring it up, I was going to.
I didn't have anything else, so I was like, "Fuck it, I lost. I just got to throw something out there."
Oh man. Oh, Gaming also disliked it. That's what we got too. All right, excellent.
No, the second one was me. You're just wrong on all counts now.
Damn it! So then, how do we not get 3?
Because Gaming's not here.
Oh, okay.
I think Gaming just retweeted the link.
No, he was in the chat room.
Oh, was he? I didn't see a comment from him.
He doesn't hit the dislike button because he actually likes you,
okay,
which is rare. I know, but I don't know.
Oh, I gotta fucking record some of Canada World on VR chat for you. Post up a short video of that. There's a maple syrup moat. There's...
Is Canada World like kind of like fucking Narnia World?
It's like Canada Day World. It's basically just a big joke about Canada. It's got a moat. It's got igloos. There are sleds, and the best part of it is there's like a big fucking wall, and on the other side is America. And America is represented entirely by fast food restaurants on fire. That's just all it is.
I should be mad at that.
Great.
I'm actually okay with that.
It's pretty fucking
Wait,
good.
is it called Canada World?
Considering all of the things that could represent us right now, go fast food. That's okay.
Is it Canada World or Canada Land? Because there's a show called Canada Land that's a comedy. That might be what you're talking about.
No, it's like Canada Day Land or something like that. Canada Day World or something like that. Because it was in reference to Canada Day, not to a show.
Oh, okay, my bad. All right.
Yeah, I didn't explain it very well. I guess I only went there once, and it was like, oh, this is really funny, but yeah, it's kind of a one-man joke,
explain the joke.
Oh man.
Oh no!
If only I had been paying attention.
We're screwed. Nothing will ever be funny again.
You thought it was funny before.
Something was funny?
Adorable.
When was the funny part?
Oh, that's a good point. You know what I don't understand about dab tools? The ones where they got like the little one on one side and the giant scoop on the other. What the fuck are you supposed to do with that giant scoop? Because that's a lot of fucking concentrate. I don't think anybody could really get like at a certain point you're really gonna get so high, you know?
I don't know what any of that meant.
Imagine there's like on one side a little thing like the size of a tine, like a fork tine, to pick up the fucking thing, and on the other end there's a thing the size of a quarter teaspoon, and you're like, what the fuck are you doing? Because like you really like that's a fucking lot. Because when they say dab, you're really only doing a very small amount of concentrate at a time. Because it doesn't matter. Like you can put more in, it just doesn't vaporize. You just waste it.
Oh, Tide. Okay, I missed the Tide. Okay.
I don't use any of this stuff, so I don't know what dab means. So whenever you say dab, I thought you mean like
my fucking arms over my face.
And then you start talking about burning and stuff. Like, you don't burn many calories dabbing. I mean,
yeah,
you can try.
Those calories I burn from dabbing, that's my diet. You do expend a little bit of calories when you just start going right after you take it. So,
I mean, the gym's closed. I mean, how else are you going to get a workout nowadays?
I mean, if you're in with a bunch of like assholes or where you dab and they're just tired of that bullshit, I mean, you can get your exercise by being chased around or something. Depends on how many people you pissed off by dabbing. It's very offensive, especially the Karens.
Oh, it's offensive to Karens.
It is now, apparently. They don't like memes or internet culture because they think it's warping kids' minds and perspectives. And okay.
I can tell you there's one thing that's definitely warped. It's like there's a bunch of fucking kids who are like doing like TikTok or YouTube or Twitch or whatever, and they're like 15, 16 years old, and they got their fucking tits hanging out, and they're like, don't sexualize me. I'm like, you did it yourself. People just noticed, dummy. Nobody did that to you. You chose that outfit. It's fucking obnoxious. Or the fucking people that can't take shit. Like, holy fucking crap, people just can't take anything anymore. Or maybe I'm just degenerate and you guys have fucking corrupted me. But I joined this fan server, I'm not going to say which one, on Discord. Because they seemed like nice people, just weak little bitches. But I almost got kicked off because I made fun of somebody for wearing Crocs. And I only said like 3 things before they were like, yeah, you know what? We're probably going to have to kick you out of here. I was like, I think I'll go.
Because he was wearing Croc?
She was wearing Crocs. I didn't know it was a chick at first.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I wasn't sure if that was something that was missing or like.
Yeah. She posted a picture of her wearing Crocs, which I assume is just to like pander to any sort of foot fetish people on there.
No, I just like the way you said it was Croc, and I was like, I don't know if I'm missing something.
Oh, yeah, the fucking shoes. The shoes, yeah.
Okay.
They were like, oh, he just wants to talk to the person that's well known, and this is a fan server of. And I'm like, well, why would that be abnormal or weird? That seems like probably what most of the people are here for. I don't think that's going to happen. Because fucking, how many people want to talk, and I just don't really give a shit. But,
Is it possible that Post Malone is just a character that Shia LaBeouf occasionally plays?
Holy shit, I never thought of that. That fucking makes a lot of sense.
That's what happened with Shia LaBeouf. Well, we don't see
he
him
has
anymore.
like those henna tattoos that he puts on his face when he's playing Post Malone. They can like scrub him off when he wants to go back to being Shia LaBeouf.
You know, he wants to just look like a nasty piece of shit without tattoos on his face. Because he doesn't look better without the tattoos. He looks dumb either fucking way.
Yeah, both of these guys.
Post Malone and Billie
punch
Eilish are going to release a song. Dude. It's going to induce Ragnarok, and we're all going to fucking die. The whole world will be done. Yeah, rotten sounds. The internet is bad. Every Karen ever.
It's about time. If you're religious, you should be expecting the apocalypse any day now.
Oh, with the amount of fear-mongering going on.
I expect, like, the new big religion. I expect the new big religion.
I can't remember.
God damn it.
Bad man.
I expect the new big religion to come out of China. Because there's so much shit going on there right now that the people are going to... Because there's no religion there right now. And you try to do a religion, it's going to, you're going to get oppressed or whatnot. And there's so much shit happening right now that the people are so confused that they're probably just going to go religion default. Just because there's just so much shit going on.
I mean, it's believable. Fucking everything bad right now is coming out of China, it seems like. Why not a new religion?
Well, in like with China, what I mean is like they, well, first of all, you got the virus going on, and then you have all these other viruses. Apparently, a lot of the fish in the area are swimming up because they're trying to avoid something, and that's usually a sign that that's usually a sign there's a big earthquake happening, and there have been earthquakes in the area, and they usually go around the pattern, so they're assuming a big one to hit China pretty soon. And of course, you got the virus. What the fuck else was going on? Swine flu. Locusts. Yeah, locusts are eating up all the wheats. So then they're going to lose out on a lot of the bread products. Rice is hard to come by. Food shortages are going to be happening. They've had record levels of rain and natural disasters happening. Towns are literally disappearing because of floods. Anything you could imagine is happening in China right now. And the moment that any religious text hits them, they're probably going to immediately convert. Because, like, you read the Bible, it's like, all this shit's happening to us now. And of course, like, if they go get... Well, if they go against their government, which could happen, probably not, but it could, I foresee they probably will become a very religious state. Just a thought. That's my prediction. If things keep going.
Oh, that sounds pretty fucking crazy, dude. I did not know that shit was going wrong in China right now.
Yeah,
people.
The people are fine. It's just
they
the
fucking
government.
Eat dogs. Shut up. They're not fine. They eat dogs and they fucking kill their girl children. Or did
That's
at least
true.
in fucking record numbers, dude. They sold poison honey to the fucking United States and still do. Like, they're not fucking play this game of like the people are fine but the government bad. The whole fucking place is corrupt from top to bottom.
No, a lot of that is the government, but it's the people who are complicit in letting it just happen. And so you can argue
sell each other fucking cardboard dumplings that they make look and taste like pork.
Well, that's partially because they are very poor. They don't think they're very poor because they make all this money, but like if you've ever followed like Epoch Times or the China, something like a couple of YouTube channels I follow, China's been cooking the books for years, cooking the books. They don't have this money; they're just pulling it out of thin air. They say they have all this money because America sent off a lot of their industry, but they have so much more money than they're really supposed to have. Probably because they don't.
Oh, well, so inflation makes it really worthless more than they realize because they don't have anything to compare it to because they don't get to see that much of what, the outside world is like because of propaganda, I'm assuming.
Yeah, there is that too. And the government will not tell the people anything. You don't know. For all they know, their country is fully bankrupt and they have no way of knowing it because the government, controls it. They don't have to tell you anything.
Damn.
So, I mean, who knows? But, I mean, some of the places, because there was like this famous coffee chain that they were going on that was supposed to compete with Starbucks. And that ended up flopping. That ended up flopping pretty fast. And then they found, through, because it was like a publicly traded company, and they found out that, nope, didn't make anywhere near as much as they were saying.
Damn.
So, go figure. Go figure.
It'll probably help their economy if a bunch of people die, though, because then there won't be as many people with as much fake money.
Well, maybe. I don't know. Like one of the practices in China. One of the practices in China is that so people don't rise up as they artificially create disasters. So it's entirely possible that the virus is passed in China, but they're acting like it's still a big deal because they don't want you to actually stop and think about it. It's like, why rebel against the government? You have too much to worry about right now because of all the virus
could this all be a smokescreen just to fucking, like, it's all a bunch of lies, or they just flooded out villages on purpose, like, by busting up dams to fucking make it look like they're not capable of paying off any of, like, the lawsuits that are coming from fucking COVID-19 being released on the world, bro? Because there's a lot of countries that are going to go after them for money.
Yeah, well, a lot of people are trying to go after them, and they are trying to rewrite history and say, no, the virus we didn't create the virus. It was created from the American military, which of course anyone could see that that's not true. And the virus was real for sure, even though there are groups of people saying that it's not.
Oh, there's always that.
Well,
there was no moon landing. We didn't land on the moon. We've never been there.
Well, it doesn't help that hospitals tend to cook the books themselves because, like for instance, if you look at cold and flu deaths, which is usually I think it's in the millions every year, but if you look up cold and flu for 2020, it's 0. It's all COVID deaths, which makes no sense whatsoever.
Well, COVID is the hospital. Flu, so I mean,
well, it has similar symptoms, but it's not the flu.
It's the same family of viruses, though.
That could be, but
not really though.
Yeah, I thought coronavirus was the same as the one that caused the typical flu and cold.
No, it's more related to the SARS than it is the flu virus.
Well, in any case,
it's similar to a flu, but like the actual the disease itself, the symptoms are flu-like, but the actual virus is nothing like a flu.
Oh, the common cold is also coronavirus. I'm just saying it's in the same family. It's not. I'm not saying they're the same fucking thing. I mean, I might say coronavirus is the flu, but I mean, I'm just saying, like, they're in the same family.
Well, it also has very similar symptoms in the beginning. So, I mean, when you see someone with a cold and flu, and then they can progress to getting worse and worse. That's mostly with older people, not so much the younger. So, like, people I assume most of us here would probably be okay if we got the coronavirus.
I'm a smoker.
The cold
and fucking Stabby's like 79 years old and he weighs like 700 pounds. So
he's a dead man. He's a dead man. Well, and maybe I would be too. I've lived around smokers my entire life. I've had secondhand smoke. I took my first drag of a cigarette and I didn't cough once. And then the next one I had, I just sucked that thing back all the way to the fucking bud. Not a cough.
Because you're good at it, Samaj. You should do what you're good at. Fucking suck on it.
Oh. At the beginning of your story, Samaj, I knew where this was going to end.
I knew
saw
where
that
it was going to
coming.
end too, but I still said it because I knew what I was talking about. And this son of a bitch just wants to drag me into the bedroom, and it ain't gonna happen. Ain't gonna happen, motherfucker. Stay away from me.
You just made it worse with it. Then I was able to tuck the cigarette all the way down to the butt and not cough.
Tuck it all the way down to the butt.
I knew what I said.
If the Joker was here, he'd be playing his flute in the chat uncontrollably, I'm sure.
Probably.
His flute?
Didn't that the dude that used to go on gaming and like he was always hella gross, but he'd also like just randomly start playing a fucking flute really loud?
I guess.
I thought that was the Joker. I don't know. I could be wrong.
Or was that Trippy? That's not annoying.
No, Trippy
enough
had
to
the
be fucking
soundboard,
Trippy.
didn't he?
I was gonna say a flute's not annoying enough to be Trippy.
Soundboard is definitely way more annoying than a fucking flute.
Yeah.
In the wrong hands. They could be really good in the right hands, but that's not many people.
Yeah, definitely not that person.
Oh man. Oh, did you see the thing I put the fucking... Did you know Hawaii has the fucking 14-day like quarantine if you enter the state from out of state? So if you're there, like if you want to go on vacation in Hawaii, you gotta plan on 14 days where you're quarantined.
Where I never look at the specifics. Where are you quarantined at? The fucking airport?
I would assume like a hotel near the airport, or maybe like some sort of building they put like adjoining to the airport, maybe. Probably something along those lines, or just whatever hotel room you're in.
What if I sail in?
Either way, fucking retarded.
If you sail it, I have no idea. I
want to sail into Alaska.
I'm just saying, what is Hawaii's really number one source of income? It's certainly not in any other industry besides tourism. And they're
fishing.
like, oh, let's make it virtually impossible.
Fishing and oil.
Oh, they do fishing and oil. I thought it was tourism.
I'm telling you, I'm pretty sure fishing and oil is way bigger in.
Anyway, tourism's a big chunk of their economy, dude. Whether it's number one or not, it's got to be a big chunk of their economy.
Well,
Either way,
how would you
it's
phrase that for Google? I'm curious now. I just genuinely want to know now. What is Hawaii's most lucrative industry?
My economy.
The military actually brings a lot of money into Hawaii, but the most profitable industry is Hawaii's tourism. That's and then the food industry.
I'm guessing that would include like the fishing and shit.
See, the top 5 industries in Hawaii. I'm double checking because that was just one thing I don't want to say. Like the first thing I saw was right. This is tourism and defense, and then food. Yeah. Manufacturing and service industry are 4 and 5. Because oil and because when you said it, that actually made a lot of fucking sense.
The thing is though, like I have a bunch of friends that go out and work in Australia or not Australia, fucking Alaska, every year, and the 2 jobs that they do is fucking fishing and oil.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Alaska, yeah. Stuck on Alaska when we're talking about Hawaii.
Oh, were we talking about Hawaii this whole time?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I just thought it was like weird that like kind of fucked up that the governor of Hawaii was like, we're gonna have a 14-day quarantine if you enter the state, and it's like, what's your number one industry? Obviously tourism. Well, I cannot think of a more good way to fucking destroy that. Like,
yeah, everybody better have at least 3-week vacations. You're spending at least 2 of it.
it's already in court. People are challenging it because like you can't do that from just state to state. Like I think that's already been.
I would think they're fucking
tested
again. They're hotels and shit, and you know the people that deal with the tourists be the first ones to challenge that.
Man,
yeah, it's pretty fucking ridiculous.
And then apparently some lady was shot. Like her and her kid were killed because they were saying all lives matter or something.
Yeah.
I don't know if
Sad
that's
thing is,
Oh
true or
yeah,
not.
yeah. I just heard about that.
Yeah,
sad thing is,
just-
I can totally see that happening.
Yeah,
that's the kind of thing Satan
I
was
think-
talking
yeah, I
about.
was
That
listening to
I'm really worries me if it's true and it gets out real fast and far.
it was a white person that was killed, so nobody really cares.
Well, that's the thing. If it's some mom and her kid, the part is the kid is the part that's gonna make people go fucking nuts.
Right. And although that fucking kid got, it was a black kid that got shot, about a week ago. They were, I think it was outside of Chaz. Fucking unloaded on this car. This guy
I didn't
was
even know that
driving
happened.
by, not fucking with him at all.
I didn't know that
Yeah, it
happened.
was like an
all
8-year-old
I
kid
heard
that
was
got
because
fucking
they stomped out so many of the bad news stories from Chaz that might just not be well known.
Yeah. I forgot where I saw it. Yeah, there's a lot of shit that the news just ignored. Shit like that.
Well, not only like that the news ignores, but the news ignores, and any alternative way of finding is suppressed. Like,
Right.
it's not only that nobody says it, you can't find the fucking information half the time.
Yeah, shit that even talks about it will be flagged down or whatever. Yeah. Sickening, man.
Yep.
Speaking of things going backwards, so I remember hearing earlier today that Hollywood is in a bit of a panic because they tend to react to things that's happening in social media, and because of all this has been going on, white people in Hollywood probably aren't going to get a lot of work, and that's sort of meaning like from all levels. Like there's a big budget production movie going on. I can't remember who's doing it. But out of fear, they've made sure that the entire staff is black, that the actors are pretty much mostly all black, writing staff's all black, and they had to bring in veteran people who worked in the industry to come in and fix up the stuff going on, because they've hired people who really have no experience. Like apparently some of the
ability.
Well, apparently some of the people that are on like things
Experience,
like the
no ability.
Well, apparently some of the people who are on the writing staff are like kids straight out of high school. That
God,
like
are you
like
fucking serious?
and and part of the problem is that there's just not that many people who are black who work in the industry. And it's not because black people don't like working in Hollywood, they do, but they mostly want to be actors. Most black people don't want to be like the writing staff and whatnot. It's like you guys
Or the
do all
key
that.
grip. The
they
guy
want-
that just fucking holds the mic.
Well, because they like the fame, they like the notoriety of it all. All that other stuff like directing and writing, that's a lot of excess work. Let me just go to the gym every now and then and make sure my performance is good. That's all they really care about. Which is
Yeah, they're like, I want to be recognized when I go out in public. I don't want to be
Like,
some random nobody getting paid a fucking $100,000 a year to write.
if that's what you want, that's what
Actors
you
actually
want.
make a good living.
Like, there's nothing wrong with that if that's the way you want to go about that. But the way that I can't remember. I think it's Disney that's doing this. Well, it probably is Disney doing this. But I just can't see it. Anyway, the white woman they brought in to help out with the production, they told her that she had to go uncredited because it has to be an all black production. So she's doing all this work and she won't get any credit. She's going to get paid for it, but can't be seen.
Good lord.
Yeah.
Only they had done that with Kathleen Kennedy.
Oh man.
Well, actually, with the opposite of that, she could get the credit and keep her fucking hands off everything.
Man, the drama with the Star Wars movies, it sounds interesting too.
Are they going to start making the equivalent of blaxploitation films unironically at this point?
Yes.
It kind of sounds like that's what you're aiming for.
Basically, yeah.
It really does. Terrible writing. Everybody's black for no reason.
How much you want to bet that someone out there, some famous actor, is going to become transracial and actually get their skin dyed black?
Oh, God, please.
Yeah.
Tropic Thunder.
I don't think anybody's dumb enough to think that's a good idea. Well, no, never mind. It would be an actor. Never mind.
Wait a minute.
I think Tropic Thunder is a prophecy. We knew it was coming.
Dave's
When
right.
that one-
I'm the dude playing the other dude.
I'm the
He's got
dude
more
playing the
faith in
dude. This
humanity.
guy is another dude.
Oh my god. I
I
just
love that movie.
I don't know if faith in humanity is warranted at this point, dude. I think that's almost delusional.
Oh.
Like I got faith in humanity, but I mean, we have to go through the crazy. This is a necessary thing that needs to happen.
Here, dude, what needs to happen is silent minority who recognizes all this shit as nonsense needs to stop being fucking silent about it. You know what I mean? I think a vast majority of people agree with all this fucking nonsense, but they just kind of like ignore it or don't say anything. And the loudmouth fucking crazies are the ones that get listened to because they're fucking loud and obnoxious.
Yeah.
Nobody's really agreeing with them publicly.
Yeah.
Good lord. I don't know.
That's what I
That's
think.
fucking crazy.
I'm gonna try to switch over to my phone and see if it works this time.
Man, are there any
You
good
bet.
movies coming out anytime soon, or is that all just completely done for like the next few months?
Well, they want to open up the movies again, but who knows if that's actually going to happen. I want to see a movie in the worst way.
Yeah.
I think one of I think there's some movie theaters that have been open.
Yeah, no,
And-
some
and-
theaters have been open around me, yeah, where it's like 1 in 5 seats can be used.
And one of the movies that they brought into theaters isn't a new one. It's actually an old one. They brought back The Empire Strikes Back, and apparently, people really, 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 really want to go see this movie.
That actually, that would be interesting. See some old movies. Ooh, I'd love to see The Last Starfighter in theaters. I bet that'd be fun.
I don't know what the fuck that is.
You've never seen The Last Starfighter?
Well,
No.
The Lost-
Oh, it is one of the best, worst 80s movies.
I love that movie. You tell me it's terrible. I saw it as a kid, and I love that movie. You've never heard of it, scene, right?
Nope.
Simple concept. This guy, he plays a video game, like an arcade game. He's really good at it, and he gets a high score. Turns out it's not just a video game; it's a training software. That if you manage to get like this high score, an alien race will come down and recruit you into their little war. And apparently,
So it's like Ender's Game?
kind of like that, I guess. But yeah, he goes around, gets like an alien sidekick, and they fly a ship and then go on an epic journey. It's pretty cool. Like as a kid, I fucking love that movie. And they are making a new one, and some photos were released, and it looks like by photos I mean concept art and all that. Fucking incredible. I'm really looking forward. If they actually get back to making the movie, I don't know. It's weird because with so much.
Would they still have enough money at this point to finish from wherever they were? That's
Probably.
a really good question.
I think they probably do. You can easily cut corners and just film on green screen, and because you could do things digitally, and it's not that expensive to make. I mean, Sin City, those movies they look great, and it costs almost nothing to make because you just film the characters, put it on green screen, put them through a black and white filter, and it's done. It was super easy to make.
Yeah, I never thought of that. Yeah, that's a good point. Sin City had to be super easy.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you could make a series of Sin City movies, which I would encourage. I would love to see more Sin City, or at least Sin City-like. There's a movie on that, was it Shutter series or platform? It's like Netflix, but for horror stuff. There's a movie I keep bringing up called Blood Machine. Looks incredible. It's it's 100% green screen, with the exception of the actors.
Huh.
Looks great. I mean, the CG is a little bit wonky because they're working on a budget, but it's not really all that important. It's just visually a really entertaining movie. Granted, you gotta get used to the actors. They're speaking English, but they're Italians, so there's a bit of an accent there, and it sounds a bit weird, but worth it.
Huh? It sounds interesting. Yeah, that's a trip.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck is TWS as far as the MCU?
TWS.
So what?
I have no idea.
Yeah, fucking me either.
But I don't like the sound of it for some reason. It sounds new, and in my experience now, new is bad. Hey, gaming came back. What's going on? He's almost got his League of Legends team assembled. He had like 3 people going at once.
Oh, the Winter Soldier. Okay.
Oh, is that what it? Oh,
I was like, I don't understand what this tweet is trying to tell me, but just from the GIF or the video that they posted, I'm assuming that they're wrong.
okay. I thought it was like an upcoming movie, so I couldn't quite figure it out.
Yeah, no, sorry. Like it was a picture of like these 3 fucking anorexic black chicks fucking walking in line with some weird lace dresses on. It was like, oh yeah, Ragnarok, TWS, and Black Panther walking in like they know that they're the best 3 MCU movies. I was like, fuck is TWS?
Yeah, Winter Soldier was pretty much one of the better MCU movies.
Yeah, no, it was fucking great. And Black Panther was good. I liked it, but it's not top 5.
I liked Black Panther. The accents were terrible. I could have done I could have done with silly shit like if it was just all British accents for no reason. I think I would have been happier.
They were better than Halle Berry trying to do the African accent.
Oh, that's true. It's
That
or like every white guy ever doing a Jamaican accent. Yeah, man. We be Irie up in here.
I mean, I don't mind it. Black Panther to me was one of the weaker movies. They really needed to fix up that CG at the climax there. Like, you tell me that there's going to be like an armored rhinoceros running around, like swatting people around. That bear looked fucking epic, and it was boring as hell. Didn't even look that good.
That wasn't my issue with the movie.
Well, that's just one of issues.
I mean, like, unless it's just like blatantly just fucking awful, or like it's just like really takes you out of, or like there's a really like emotional climax of the movie, like you're meant to be feeling something, instead you're focusing on like some detail that they fucked up on the effects or whatever. Like with Wonder Woman, I fucking love that movie, but at the end, like there's this big emotional climax to the movie. I'm sitting there looking at the fucking fire. It's like, why does that look so shitty? Like, like just don't do the effect if it looks bad. Like, why are y'all doing this? Like, but I love that movie, but that like I had to go back and watch it again because as I was watching it the first time, like that took me entirely out of the movie, and I couldn't enjoy that part because I was sitting there just watching the shitty fucking fire flakes.
See, I couldn't get past Ares' mustache.
That was pretty bad too.
that guy was bad. It was noticeably bad. Granted, it wasn't as bad as, let's say, like Superman's mustache. Oh,
dude, that was worse than fucking like that was more egregious than fucking Cesar. Cesar. Fuck, what was his last name? Cesar Malone.
Oh, Malone.
Right.
oh,
The guy who played the Joker fucking forever ago. Like in the old campy Batman show.
I thought that was the Dog Whisperer guy.
Oh no, that is Cesar Millan. Well, the guy's name is Cesar something. I can't remember his name. But like the entire fucking time he played the Joker, he was also on another show where he was known for having this very distinguished mustache. So he just fucking painted it white. And so, like, for all the years he was on that show, he just painted his mustache white.
Cesar Romero, right?
Yeah,
Cesar Romero. There we go. Not Cesar Malone.
And Mad Metalman in the chat too. Everybody was like, no, it's Romero. Except for me and Sing.
I mean, I didn't mind it so
For
much.
some reason, my
damn it.
mic doesn't work on my phone, dude.
Oh, weird.
I could hear you guys, but I could not fucking... It wasn't picking up the mic off the headset.
It's fine. We didn't want to hear you anyway.
Hey, you weren't missing much, but still.
Jeez.
The quality of television back then wasn't all that great, so I didn't notice the mustache all that much on the Joker. So, I mean, I didn't really care.
You weren't alive when it was playing.
No, I wasn't, but it was on. It was on.
You weren't alive when it was on.
The way
It
the
got
fucking,
replayed like a lot. For many
Okay.
decades, it got replayed.
the way
Yeah,
that
I
I
remember
stuff was
watching the
broadcast,
Batman show as a kid.
it was actually pretty clear on an old TV. You'd be surprised.
Well, we
Well,
had.
that you also got to remember, like, one of the reasons that TVs used to be so fucking small, it's so that you could have a good picture on it. Because the larger the, like, think of it like this: like when you play something on your TV, it looks really good, right? But if you're watching something on a projector, like even a really expensive ass projector,
Yeah.
it doesn't look as good. Like, it's a little bit distorted and everything just looks a bit off. The colors aren't as good. It's because it's a giant fucking image.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Like,
yeah.
It's like taking something that looks good on your computer and then zooming in and it gets all distorted and fucked up. It's that.
Oh man.
So, like,
but then again,
you-
high definition stuff. I don't know if you've ever seen like the 4K stuff, like on an actual 4K screen and everything.
Yeah.
It has its own really surreal quality to it because it just looks so fucking real. It's not real. It's fucking hard to explain, but it makes you fucking uncomfortable.
I remember seeing like one of the Lord of the Rings movies, and I was like, "Wow, those costumes look like shit." Like within the 4K shit,
yeah.
like it
Oh,
was
yeah,
so
for
good
sure.
that it was like, "Wow, those costumes are trash." Yeah, you don't notice it on a regular fucking TV or even regular high def.
Dude, I noticed that shit in theaters. Like, that was... They looked goofy as shit. I don't know. I wasn't as big a fan of Lord of the Rings as everyone else seemed to be.
I
don't
like
know
Lord of the
why I
Rings
never
because I read it when I was
Noticed
like a
it
little
before.
kid. So that was.
I don't like anything. I think the only thing
Absolutely.
that's popular that I actually do enjoy has only, like, it's something that I've been enjoying for a long fucking time and has only recently become popular. Like, everything else that's super fucking popular, I hate it. I hate all of it. Fucking Star Wars sucks. Fucking Star Trek sucks. Lord of the Rings sucks.
And
The movies did. The books are great though.
Harry Potter
honestly,
sucks.
as a kid, I hate Harry Potter. I try to get into it because everybody tells me how much they fucking love it. Like people whose opinions I respected, I just couldn't fucking get into it, dude. And I was like,
The
"This is
movies
shit."
were good, but they weren't. I'm gonna make this my personality for the next 18 years. Good.
Oh yeah, no, that's fucking. I mean, I'm a fan. I'm not fucking obsessed. Like holy shit. Oh, gaming says
Yeah,
Romero
I don't get
did
it.
want to shave his mustache off because he was a Casanova.
Mm.
But he didn't say it. As
Well,
clearly.
he also had a recurring role on a soap opera at the time, and like his character was known for the fucking mustache. Like, well, just
and the mustache.
him.
If you look at the picture on the Discord, it's really not that noticeable. I could totally see how you wouldn't see that on a TV or notice.
Yeah, it's noticeable.
In this picture, but on an old TV, that'd be a lot
4K.
fuzzier.
On the whole thing with Harry Potter, I gotta say, I can tolerate the Harry Potter movies. What I cannot tolerate, and I will not watch again, is those spin-off movies that, you know, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. Whoever is doing the editing for those movies needs to get fired, and they need to get re-edited because they are terrible.
I didn't like the first one, but the second one amused me because they inadvertently made the Nazis the sympathetic good guys.
That's
Yeah.
always
Like
a
the
good plan.
the magical wizard Nazis, whatever. Like they inadvertently made them the sympathetic good guys, and like the good guys are like, no, like you're kind of in the wrong here. Like you're the baddies here.
I kind of have to watch that movie.
I
Like
did like
I
sounds
saw that, like
fascinating.
it made me giggle. Like I don't think you realize what you did here. You're the baddies.
I did enjoy the start of the
Well,
second movie.
perfect
with
metaphor for fucking popular culture.
I enjoyed the start of the second movie with the whole like prison break scene. That I liked. I thought that was pretty good. After that, I don't care. It's not enough to make me ever sit down and watch those movies again. I saw them like once and I'm done. Granted, they might never make any more. Who knows? Because the whole Johnny Depp situation going on.
Yeah, he may never go back. I'm sure.
Hurry up, we're gonna be
Fucking Amber Turd.
Well, even though they found
It
him,
does
like,
seem especially fucking evil, dude. God damn.
even though that he
Heard
was
is fucking horrible.
Yeah,
he
what
was
she
found
did was
like
pretty
not
bad.
he was found like not guilty or something, and the media is slowly stepping it back. And from what I've heard, they're going to make 2 Pirates of the Caribbean movies now. One's going to be an all-female cast, and the other one's going to be a traditional actual sequel with Johnny Depp. In theory, he might not be the main character,
Oh no, he's definitely 100% not.
but
He's going to be in it, but he is not the main character. And from it looks like it's going to be one of those things where he's either in the very first couple minutes of the movie, and then not in the rest, or he's going to show up at the fucking end, and have he's either going to be there in the beginning and have nothing to do with the plot, or he's going to show up at the end and be there to save the day, but that's all he's going to be there for.
that will be a big mistake.
Dude, if you're Johnny Depp, do you even want back in on that? He obviously doesn't need the fucking money.
Well, he
You
doesn't.
know what I mean?
He doesn't need the
He's
money.
been a
but-
fucking multi-millionaire since he was 20?
Well, for him, it's not about the money because for a lot of these guys who get
Yeah.
money, they get bored by it. They love the role and they love the character because that is the kind of thing that they want to do with their life. He's one of those guys where acting is pretty much his thing. Everything else in life for him, he failed at. So it's an important thing for him. He also created this character and helped create the franchise from the very beginning. And personally, if you're one of the co-creators, you probably should get a say in how it's going to go. But of course, Disney is.
Although, do you want to wait until after you sue Amber Heard for $30 million or whatever, and then go back to it? So again, if you get the rollback already, that's kind of be a shot in your fucking case.
Or even if he doesn't get the role back, maybe he can still be involved in a production sense. Maybe he should have some say in how to move forward, and probably with the Jerry Bruckheimer production as well, because these are the guys that made the movie or made the franchise as good as it is. And if they want to keep going, maybe get younger actors, get new people. Maybe he could be in there as a producer or something. I don't mind. I mean, if they can find a way to make it as entertaining as before, sure, why not? And hell, you do an all-female.
It has a very Ghostbustery vibe to it for me.
That's a good point. Yeah, it does. It's also very supernatural, which is weird because the Pirates franchise is very popular in China. It makes a lot of money, and they really fucking love it. Even though you're not supposed to have supernatural elements, they will make an exception for Pirates of the Caribbean. Also, they made an exception for Coco because you're not supposed to have supernatural, paranormal stuff. But apparently, the censors who were going over it in China were so moved by the movie Coco, they said, "Yeah, we don't care, play it. It's all good." Which is weird, but yeah.
What's Coco?
It's that Disney.
If it's just me, we can skip it, but I have no idea what the fuck you're talking
I
about.
don't know what Coco is.
It is a Disney Pixar movie. It's about a Mexican kid who ends up on the other side during the Day of the Dead, and he has to find his way back to the side of the living. Otherwise, he's going to be stuck, and he'll be dead like the rest of them. And he finds his ancestors and goes on a journey and all that stuff. So it's a good movie. I was hesitant at first, but no, I sat down and watched it.
Little brown kid gets haunted by the spirits of white skeletons.
Oh, sounds kind of racist.
Well, we all have white skeletons on the inside. My heart may be black, but my skeleton is white. It's bone.
So you're saying inside of all black people is a little white guy?
Indeed.
Except for gaming. Gaming, there's like 12 white guys, a black guy, a Puerto Rican, and like 13 Italians.
Really, he regularly has all kinds of ethnicities inside of him.
There you go. That butthole is the UN, I tell you.
The mouth. Don't forget the mouth. Dude.
Gaming
Oh, sorry,
Gaming's 31 flavors of dick, right? Is it
You
51
say
flavors?
31 flavors of dick breath?
Dick. There's a very distinct difference there, sir. The breath just makes it sound juvenile.
All that,
But it was funnier.
all
No,
that
it's just silly.
all that testosterone and still no beard.
I just can't remember how many numbers of ice cream were at that store. No, I don't.
Guys, I'm gonna try to move my setup outside. I'll be back in a few.
Oh, now we're gonna hear the rooster. What's that fucking song?
What?
Oh man,
It's midnight. What?
is it Pearl Jam? No, it's not Pearl Jam. They're not. Here Comes the Rooster.
Oh no, that's Alice in Chains.
Oh, they've
dude.
come to snuff the rooster, not Here Comes the
Yeah.
Rooster. Yeah.
Alice in Chains, man.
Well, gaming says I can at least get laid. What about you, fags? He's got a fair point there.
Hey, I can get laid if I go to Hawaii. I just gotta sit in a 14-day layover first.
Yeah.
Callbacks, yeah.
This is why I
Dumb
can't
dad
be on
jokes and
regular
callbacks.
servers now, man. Jesus, that's all your fault. All your guys' fault.
Were we supposed to be talking about how killing kids is fun?
I thought
No.
so.
Like that's what we were talking about before the stream started, and
Or
like
just
we
that children
not
in
once.
general are pretty worthless.
Yeah, they're worthless. They're children. They don't become worth something until they grow up.
Unless you're
Yeah,
talking
and
to Epstein.
usually what they become is worth even less than what a child is.
Well, that depends on their ethnicity.
And Epstein, except he's dead. You know.
No,
I don't-
Epstein isn't dead. Remember, he's hanging out in Argentina with Hitler and Elvis.
Oh, that's right. Hang on. Well, fucking Game is going to get there soon. She's gonna be joining him pretty quick. You think she'll hang herself? I'm thinking poison. I'm thinking she somehow poisons herself with something particularly nasty.
Do you think that after Donald Trump leaves office, there's going to be a whole bunch of legends about how because he couldn't trust the secret police. He was criticizing that, and his own system has set up all these series of tunnels, and he's got like people tasting his food, making sure it's not poisoned or something.
Yeah, really.
Jesus Christ! Seriously?
I don't know, like, because I think when he was running, there was protesters and people trying to jump him. He was trying to give speeches all the time, and I thought that was insane. No other politician that year who was running had to deal with anything like that.
I like how you said that year.
Well, it was a year. It was
Some smooth save, Samaj. Smooth save.
it was a year. That was like the longest running time I think ever in American history. He was running for campaigning for quite a long time. It was pretty much a year. No,
but you got to remember though, like whenever there's not an incumbent president, whenever there's an 8-year or a 2-term president leaving office, both sides campaign for about 2.5 years.
Okay. Yeah.
Like legitimately start fundraising 2.5 years, and then are actually campaigning for, like basically like about 2.5 fucking years. Like seriously. And then whenever there is an incumbent, they campaign for about 1.5 years.
Okay.
And that's just like the normal thing. I mean, it's not normal, but it's what they do.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, nothing about it is good, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, I was just pointing out that I'm pretty sure that Donald Trump is well aware that there are forces at work trying to actually get him killed. And I'm pretty sure his staff are working around the clock making sure that doesn't happen. Half his time is probably making sure he doesn't get killed.
Probably. I would be... honestly, I would be pretty surprised if he legitimately just trusts the Secret Service.
Oh, yeah.
There's so many people in so many weird places that have just turned out to be, like, apparently willing to do pretty much anything, regardless of legality, to fuck with him. It's, like, crazy levels of shit that people will do. I mean, he's got to have his own hired stuff, hired security. There's no doubt.
I imagine his security, like, when they're done, they're going to write a book talking about all the shit they had to do just to protect him. And it'll just end up being stuff that's going to bring up into legends.
Yeah, it'll be like the time I pretended I was Secret Service.
Or the series of like Trump decoys he has to train. Like the legend of the wig of Donald Trump came from the fact that he had so many decoys that would wear wigs that would fall off all the time. It's like he was never actually bald, but the decoys were.
Christ,
I'm probably reaching, but I'm
he started to get real fucking weird there at the end with the wig.
You're talking about Trump like he's fucking Chairman Meow, dude. Like, chill, bro.
I don't know. Look. After the crazy,
I didn't mean to, but yeah, I think that's what I said.
I think so. Yeah. Well, like
make it a character homage.
Maybe.
Chairman Meow.
It's got to be better than the Winnie the Pooh guy they got in charge now.
Well, with the case going on with like Epstein, because that was insane, absolutely insane, and we don't even know what else is going on behind closed doors.
Well, I know that there is legitimately Trump is like waging war on the sex trade. Like the illegal underage sex trade. Like he's put like 2 or 3 times the amount that Obama did behind bars in his term so far.
Any weird emails about hot dogs from Trump?
What?
Any weird emails regarding hot dogs from Trump?
Oh no, yeah.
The
fucking hot dogs email.
I don't think they ever mentioned a single pizza's place or anything.
Yeah.
So.
But I mean, it was bad enough that there was actual propaganda put out that he's just doing that to pander to voters. Like, he's stopping those children from being molested because he's
Who fucking cares?
Like, fucking what?
Yeah, what an asshole.
It's like when the little kids were mad at the in that crazy show we talked about, the fucking Kid Nation.
What, Kid Nation?
They didn't want to give it to this one guy, even though he was doing so much more work than anybody, because he was doing it just because he wanted the $20,000. And it's like, well, yeah. You know, like, why is that bad?
Sometimes the motivation doesn't really matter.
Yeah. But I don't understand that concept. It's like, oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fucked up that he's doing it for political reasons. He should just not do it at all.
Yeah.
Like, no, if he's doing something good, what the fuck do you care? What is motivation? Why does that fucking matter?
Oh. Because it's tainted
he was
by
going
the
for
devil.
world peace, but it was just so he'd get reelected. That fucking asshole.
Tainted by Cheeto Hitler. Just the dust of his actions will infect you and Nazi-ize you or whatever. I'm still waiting for next year when we get COVID-20. The sequel, even more quarantine-ier.
I mean, that could happen.
Oh, fucking Christ.
Although
this one wasn't quite bad enough, China. Back to the drawing board.
Does anyone remember when me and Samanj were having this conversation back in like fucking February?
Yep.
When
Yeah.
what did I say? What did I say back in fucking February? When did I say this shit was gonna end back in February? And everyone said, "Oh no, you're fucking crazy."
Right. November. You said November.
Fucking November.
Yeah.
Oh man.
One, because it started out in China late November. Two, because nobody's ever gonna let a fucking pandemic get in the way of using that as fucking political motivation. It's gonna last until fucking election day. I guarantee it.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
How angry are they that this hasn't really been blamed on Trump by most people? They thought for sure they had him. You know what I mean?
They were the ones telling everybody to go eat Chinese food because it was racist to try to stop COVID from entering when it was still in China and it hadn't been anywhere else yet. So it doesn't. The optics really don't work when everybody's like, "Yeah, but didn't you fucking say when he tried to shut the border and stop him, you stopped him because what was that again?"
He's racist. Yeah, he's fucking racist, dude.
It stops working at a certain point.
Oh God. Like y'all have heard me talk enough shit about Trump. Like y'all understand, you truly understand. I'm not Trump's biggest fucking fan. I don't fucking like the guy. But Jesus Christ, dude! Like the level of bullshit from both fucking sides, like the pro-Trump people and the anti-Trump people. It doesn't have to be right. It just has to be on my side. It's like, what? Like, stop! Like you're all fucking retarded.
Yeah, no,
they really do treat them like fucking gods. They're like, well, no, it can't be wrong because it was the God Emperor guy, so inherently has to be right.
Oh, hail the God Emperor Trump!
Once again, the fucking, religion has kind of been done away with, and ideology is essentially taken its place. You blindly believe in your fucking ideology and just don't question it. You just take it on faith.
Like, I've heard a lot of people make arguments that we've been becoming a whole lot more politically religious in the last 10 or 20 years or so, but I've never heard anyone put it quite so eloquently as I first heard of this dude on Twitter like a couple years ago, and then I didn't see him pop up at all for a while until he did the Joe Rogan podcast. And then I started looking at some of the other stuff that he had said and done and whatever. Like, no, he puts it out fucking like point by fucking point by fucking point. Like, yeah, no, like, it's mainly a problem of like the woke bullshit. Like that like 100% has become the fucking religion. But we've also taken politics and fucking like deified things to a point where
to a point where you can't listen to
ridiculous.
An opposing opinion. Like, people can't have silly conversations if they're on the other side of an opinion.
It's just the inability. I don't even know that it's unwillingness anymore. It may actually be an inability to fucking see anything beyond your fucking tribe or your camp. You know what I mean? Like, no, this side, everything has to be right. You don't ever get anything wrong. The other side is always wrong. Now, that fucking attitude is becoming so fucking prevalent.
And look at the thing with the masks, right? The left started out with the whole everyone needs to wear masks, which was fucking right. Yes, you did something good. Congratulations. Now stop here. Shut the fuck up and you get the W. If you could shut the fuck up right now, you get the W. No, you're gonna keep going. Cool. All right, take the fucking L then. Like, everyone should wear masks. That's a great fucking sentiment. Yeah, now we're going to try and start putting people in jail and finding them if they don't wear a mask. Yeah, you fucked up now. Like, the second you like legally mandated it, you turned it into a fucking culture war thing, and now more people are gonna die because all you had to do was just say it.
Well,
and then shut the fuck up.
Their initial thing was you shouldn't wear masks.
Yeah, they should be saved for the medical professionals or whatever.
And then it became you should wear masks. So it was like it was also the flip flopping is also making that look even worse.
Well, it was originally
I
wear a
love how
mask,
they
and then
don't-
it was don't
they
wear a
don't
mask because
acknowledge
we need to
that.
save it for the nurses and hospitals and shit. And then whenever we had enough masks, it was okay. Now it's wear a mask again.
Yeah.
But like no, like originally it was wear a like, and this was back in like fucking like January, February, but before the whole like we're running low on masks because we're actually having a crisis at our hospitals and shit. And like stop buying masks because we need it for the nurses and doctors and shit. Like back when we were actually just getting put on lockdown, and when it was like supposed to actually be a lockdown, when really we never really fucking went on lockdown. People just lost their jobs.
I know my life was completely unchanged, dude.
Yeah,
That's not saying much, but
mine fucking wasn't. I haven't worked in 6 months, dude.
yeah.
That is a long fucking time. But you got that one check for $1,000, so that fixes it all, right?
Yeah, he made that stretch, right? 6 months, no problem.
Yeah. They were supposed to talk about this like towards the end of this month. I think they're going to talk about potentially like doing another check like that, another stimulus check. But I mean, obviously, it doesn't look like it's very likely.
Oh no, like it's not gonna happen. And like the proposed plan for both fucking parties earlier on, I mean, granted, it didn't have it lasting this long, but it had it lasting for 3 months. And in those 3 months, both fucking parties said, "All right, yeah, we'll issue 3 checks in those 3 months." But because they kept arguing and bickering over how we were going to do it and who's going to get what and how much and this, that, and the blah, blah, blah. Well, now fine. You don't get to win, so nobody gets shit. Like,
yeah, well,
really stupid?
the
like,
fucking,
fuck,
the
really?
Democrats,
Because you two are so far up your own goddamn asses, nobody. Fuck you. Fucking eat shit.
Well, the
Goddamn.
Democrats wanted to add a bunch of fucking identity politics shit into it, where like fucking. I can't remember the exact things, but it was like only black-owned businesses or, weird shit like that.
Yeah, they were saying it would only go to like black-owned businesses that sold marijuana for some fucking reason.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like that weird stipulation in there that black that black trans lesbian fucking whatever dispensaries got a specifically a portion of it.
Yeah, it was like a giant, unreasonably large portion that made no fucking sense whatsoever. It was just like I like even the Democrats would have a hard time like getting it past other Democrats depending on the state, Like,
if you losers would just become woke, you'd understand.
If you just stop thinking and just accept.
Exactly.
I have seen so many different versions of Pascal's wager in the last fucking few months. Like how like what's gonna happen? Like if you look back on your Twitter feed fucking years from now and realize you were a bigot, like really? Like you're pulling the woke version of Pascal's wager on me? Eat shit. Like that shit didn't work on me when I was 12 for religion. It's not gonna work on me now for this shit. Like you're dumb. Fuck off.
Well, now you're just gonna get canceled. And then they're gonna come riot your house. Hope you got guns.
I got plenty, but there was this very prominent fucking atheist writer is now getting canceled because he said some of I'm gonna paraphrase. I don't remember exactly what it was that he said, but like if you believe that this and this talking about religious bullshit, that's fucking retarded. And I'm not gonna pretend it's getting difficult to try and be nice about the fact that what you believe is retarded. And now he's getting canceled because by a bunch of other like fucking woke lefty atheists because that's offensive.
Yeah.
You serious? If you believe dumb shit, that's fucking retarded. Like that's yeah.
I think especially when it comes to the point where you insist on other people like having to agree with your dumb shit. Like believe whatever the fuck you want as long as you're not telling me I have to care. It's when you're telling me I have to think a certain way is when it becomes a real issue for me, at least.
Yeah. But if you don't think a certain way, man, you're done for. You're done for.
Really.
You're gonna get canceled. You're gone. You're gonna get fired.
The
You're gonna
vast
lose it.
majority of people I talk to are like just not okay with any of this. Like anybody I ever talk to in real life, it's like they're just the same as us when it comes to just like, yeah, it's all fucking nonsense. So I don't know why. Like I've very rarely meet people who genuinely like believe this shit. And I work in mental health, so you would think that the people I run into the most would be like super fucking left wing. I'm not talking about the clients here, obviously, because I can't.
I would imagine that there's a lot of people who have been driven towards probably Donald Trump, and they have to do it secretly because they know that they don't like this whole like I can't voice my opinions, otherwise I'm going to get fired. I'm going to get this and that, and you're just making them more, onto the the right. And then you're forcing people to become more conservative than they really want to be, because they're too scared to have an opposing view. And you should be able to have opposing views because there should be like a little bit of like infighting or something, just so you can refine your opinions.
You should be able to have opposing views in the same party, especially like
exactly. Well, I mean, like the question I sometimes ask some of my more lefty friends is like, which is more diverse? A room full of people of different skin colors, or a room of people of mostly the same skin color, but they all have different views? I mean, I don't know. I tend to think like if you have different views, it's more of a diverse in the way of thought.
It really is. Probably. I mean, to be fair, yeah.
But you got to remember, races are monoliths.
I suppose.
Yeah, all the races, like, they only have one set of opinions.
Races are monoliths, and races are monoliths until that opinion seems racist, in which case now only one race is a monolith.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you don't vote Democrat, you ain't black. I mean, that's definite. That's fucking... truism.
It's a fucking weird way of saying it, too.
You ain't black.
I mean,
you ain't black, Jack.
That's a very, very big stereotype because the Democrats are always going to bring about like welfare checks and all sorts of stuff. So I mean, are you saying that black people are all on welfare? They're all a bunch of like jobless sponges.
Remember the whole poor kids are just as smart as white kids. Fucking Biden's great.
That one's one of my favorites.
Fucking really entertaining.
That one's almost as good as the fucking I love kids jumping on my lap.
Yeah. The blonde hair and the pool thing was pretty weird too.
And my hair turns blonde in the sun.
Man, I look forward to when like Donald Trump gets more into that investigation on secret stuff going on. Wonder whose names are going to get popped up. That's when he's going to get Clinton's.
Oh man!
I'm telling you, he's got decoys. He's got decoys. They're trying to kill him.
Decoys, man.
I swear to God.
Man, Samaj has steadily lost his fucking mind over the last few years.
Who hasn't?
Yeah, no shit. It's really a safe play nowadays, dude.
If you're crazy, they can't get you.
Exactly. You see?
Now, Samaj, here's the real test.
All right.
Are birds real?
Yeah.
All right, he's safe. He's safe for now.
He's safe for now. For now.
Oh, fuck.
For now, we'll see. We'll see how my opinions change. I haven't actually like looked into the whole bird theory. Maybe I could be convinced.
It's so much.
Oh shit! Is the Earth flat or is the Earth round?
The Earth is a cake.
It's all good until you hear the bird tapping upon your chamber door. Sorry.
I think that might be the first Poe reference on the show.
I mean, I'm not saying that whole thing could be a Poe. I'm just saying.
Also, not Well,
The Earth is a cake.
The Earth is. I want to see that fucking. like let's. Wait, why did gaming type in Satan is getting the D in this fucking chat? Now I'm confused. It's a weird insult.
Satan got Satan or fucking gaming got my school transcripts.
Oh yeah. Fuck man. School gets so boring. Are we all waiting to hear why Satan is getting the D now? I'm fucking waiting.
Oh yeah, I was waiting for to hear the rest of the joke.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, I'm sorry. The rest of the joke is probably passed out again, like he was on that other stream. That was hella funny. I just went to bed for a little while.
Gaming started streams and then gone to bed immediately after he started it, and then just woke up hours later like, hey, how's the stream going?
seemed like a prolonged manic episode, like the last few weeks, or...
Oh, man. It was from 40 minutes ago, damn it. Oh, well. You know what, gaming? I can ruin any joke. Just give me enough time. That was fucking terrible.
Wait, did gaming say that 40 minutes ago? Is that what you're talking about?
The Satan is getting the D comment. He said that was from 40 minutes ago.
Jesus Christ, man.
How are you going to be a professional streamer if you keep up this bullshit? You gotta pay attention to the chat.
Professional streamer on my late night Sunday fucking show.
Yeah, you should probably stop doing that.
Oh. You know, in all honesty, I'm game to pick it up at another time. I just have no idea what people's schedules are.
Oh, you just worry that people don't show up? I mean...
Nobody shows up.
Nobody's showing up now, man. What are you talking about?
Well, it could be...
this is pretty much the worst time slot. It can't get much worse.
I mean, hell, half the like I'm a co-host on this show, and half the time I forget that I'm on. Like it's Sunday. Like, oh shit, I was supposed to do that 2 days ago. It's Tuesday. Fuck.
That's also part of not working for so long. You just stop fucking. Who cares what day of the week it is?
I don't know what day it is ever anymore.
Yeah.
I've been hearing that a lot. Me too. I've been getting that. I can't. I fucking hate it. The only time I
set alarms on my phone to remind me that it's Sunday and that I have the show to do in a half an hour.
See, okay. One of the things that I tend to do here with my mom is we'll go out and we're going to make pizza. We do that every weekend. We say weekend because it's either the Saturday or the Sunday. Because we don't know. We just know that
Saturday. You're going to remember it's Saturday or Sunday. Yeah. One of those 2 days, you're going to realize what day of the week it is.
The worst part is like when the virus stuff started happening in winter, and like every single day is the same as the day before.
Yeah, and every day is Saturday.
Every day is like cold and windy and snowy. It sucks. Now that it's summertime, it's a lot easier because we got rainy days, we got sunny days. Yeah, they vary, which is good.
You got your warm days in like the mid 60s, and you got your cold days in the negative 200s.
I mean, yeah,
that's Fahrenheit. I don't think he understands what those temperatures are, dude.
Once in a while, you got to put that negative I to the third power degrees.
Negative I to the third power cube root.
That's right. But it's 10:30 and it's fucking 102 degrees where I'm at.
God damn.
Let's see. It's 12:30 where I'm at, and it is 105 feels like 109.
Oh fuck! Is it humid where you're at too, or is it?
I've been outside for like 10 minutes, and I'm literally soaking wet. Like my socks are gonna start making sounds.
It is 10:30 here, and it is 67 degrees.
Fuck you! Eat shit and die.
62% humidity.
fucking prick.
That's actually. Let me check the humidity at the moment. Let's see how bad it is. 87%.
Oh, that's when it starts to feel weird when you're breathing it.
Yeah, I couldn't handle that shit, dude. Yeah, I remember when I was in rehab in fucking Jacksonville, and it would be like 90% humidity, and I couldn't fucking handle it. And they're like, "Dude, you're from Arizona," and I'm like, "It's that dry heat thing isn't just a joke. Like that makes a huge fucking difference. Yeah, I could easily deal with 105 here, easier than fucking 90 degrees there."
Thing though, like if I'm out doing something, like, all right, I want it humid because I want to be able to sweat, and I want this like the sweat to hit the sun and then fucking cool me off that way. But if I'm just like fucking sitting down and like, okay, yeah, I want dry heat. Fuck no, I want dry. If I'm not doing shit, I want dry heat because like fucking like humidity when you're not doing shit is just it just feels like 30 degrees hotter. Yeah, but like if you're out in the sun doing stuff, fucking dry heat'll fucking kill me. Like if I'm out trying to do something like labor intensive and it's hot, I'll just fucking die.
It's fucking sneaky because you're sweating the same, really. It's just evaporating instantly, so it's not really helping you.
Like in dry heat, I don't sweat like almost at all. I just fucking die.
So do that make dry heat a good or a bad thing?
Dry heat is way easier for me anyway. It could be just what I'm used to, but it's fucking way easier to deal with.
I mean, I will say like whenever there is a dry heat, like if you're in a place that has dry heat, whenever the sun goes down, it gets fucking cool. Like in Texas, like fucking for all time, always. Like it can be 100 during the day. Like at noon, it's 100 degrees, right? At 10 o'clock at night or fucking midnight, it's like 99.
Yeah, see, it drops like a good 30 degrees here.
Yeah, we were up in the 90s today, and it's down to 67. So yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, well, it depends. It's kind of overcast. That's why it's still so fucking hot. Because well, not overcast, but there's clouds. When there's no clouds, dude, it drops 30, 35 degrees overnight.
Yeah, no. Like
I noticed that in San Diego, when I was in San Diego, like the high and low temperatures are only like 4 or 5 degrees apart.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's fucking cloudy all the fucking time. But yeah, I hear it's like a fucking major difference. Only time it sucks, like when the sun goes down, it definitely makes a big difference. Unless it's, again, if it's humid, it's weird, dude. Like right after the sun goes down, it seems to be worse, like a good hour. Then it kind of calms down. But yeah, if there's no clouds or anything, yeah, once that sun's not hitting you anymore, it's a major difference. Or even during the day, like just being in the shade or having the sun actually hitting on you is a fucking huge difference.
Ooh, the shade.
That's
when
racist.
We can still be outside.
That's racist.
That's what got the top of my feet burned in fucking San Diego. Is like, well, it's fucking nice up. It's not hot.
And then you got this fucking
I can spend 3 hours.
Clan member over here burning people's feet.
Dude, it looks so ridiculous. I should have taken a picture. It's like I wear my fucking sandals or whatever like constantly. Well, the strip. I have like a strip right below my toes that was like white, and then the rest of it's tanned. So when it got burned, the part that was tanned is like red, and then the fucking area that I normally had my sandals on is pink. I had like this weird two-tone feet thing going on with like half of it red and half of them pink.
Your feet are racist.
Really.
For all the feet people that watch, you know.
Oh yeah, I should have taken pictures, dude.
No, no. Good God, no.
That's totally
I don't want to
we don't need that.
For you guys, the foot fetish people.
If anyone in this group ever takes pictures of their ears or their feet, I'm just never talking to any of y'all ever again.
I'm gonna say ditto on that. That's a pretty good thing to say.
Yeah, I've never taken pictures of my feet, my ears, or my cock. Oddly enough, I'm a fucking weirdo like that.
You don't
So,
want pictures of your dick floating around like fucking Pinoid?
I do have a question though. Do you have a dicky do?
Dicky do? No.
Does your belly stick up further than your dicky do?
Not at the moment, but that have probably been. I have lost.
So he said no and then just cut out?
I didn't quite get the rest of it. Yeah, I heard the no.
No, I just said I had lost a lot of weight, so like I'm okay now with that.
Oh, so
probably
it was
have been
not that long ago.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, probably not. I didn't like mentally, or at least consciously recognize it, but that was probably the case. Yep.
Oh man. As long as nobody's posting the pictures of their dick in the fucking Discord. Goddamn Pinoid.
God damn it, Pinoid.
Did he really post a picture of his junk and
fucking twice
in the fucking Discord? Wow.
He did that shit twice.
Was there context, or he just did it? There has to be some kind of context.
The first time was
really.
Supposedly an accident. And then the second time he was like, all right, here's a better picture so y'all making fun of me. And then we continued to make fun of him because the second picture was just fucking shiny. it was the same sad dick, but it was just shiny.
Oh, so he thought he had better lighting on the second pic. I tried to backlight it a little bit, get a little spotlight on it, make that thing shine.
Oh man, I'm sure gaming is glad we brought that back up again. Oh man, I don't know what the fuck that was about. That was a weird one. Wow, even when he's not here, he can end a fucking stream. What is with Vegeta in the fucking all this Dragon Ball stuff here? Oh shit. Oh, because somebody said the world is cake. And these are all...
The world is cake.
I get it. So wherever people get cut apart, they filled it in with cake. That's cute. Oh, Smudge is all muted out.
Like it all started with like you remember seeing those fucking videos of people like those bakers who would bake random things like or cakes that look like random things then cut into it, like the little pug puppy or like the tattooed hand or like a fucking soda can or some shit. Yeah, like those started making the rounds again, and a bunch of people started making more videos like that. And now
it's a trend. You gotta hop on it. You know, you strike while iron's hot.
Everything is cake. So there's been a bunch of memes about how the world is a cake. Like that astronaut meme, like where there's two astronauts floating above space. Like the original one was, wait, it's round, and then like you have the other astronauts behind him with a gun. Like it always has been. Now it's a cake. Always has been. Shit.
But if that's true, the problem is that also the cake is a lie.
The cake is a lie. The cake is a NASA lie. The cake is a NASA lie. I'm tweeting that out. I like that one.
We're all doomed. So maybe when I told that one kid that the icing cult was going to frost him to death, and his fucking weird fucking religious grandpa believed him, and he believed me. And I got called into the fucking principal's office where they were like, we're going to call the cops and get this cult taken care of. But
Um.
you know, fucking, maybe I wasn't wrong. I just didn't, you know, my timing was off. I mean, he was obviously gullible. So if there's a cake like cult out there somewhere, you know, he'll fucking join it.
A cake cult? Is that what we're seeing right now? This fucking meme? I'm seeing it everywhere now.
It's a cake cult.
That was the best timing ever.
In the general, I posted some pictures of people photoshopping cake as.
Yeah, we know.
That's
know,
how this whole
Why do you think we're
conversation got
talking
going.
about it?
God damn it, Samaj, you're fucking dumb.
So bad.
Oh, I
That was so
just
perfect.
came back.
Yeah, no, I know. It was just so perfect. God damn.
You didn't think maybe the fact we're talking about cake was from all the cake things you were posting?
No, it didn't occur to me. You know why? I'm tired. Should be in bed. Why am I talking to you people?
I'm stoned. If there's food somewhere, I'm going to be talking about it. I mean, come on.
No, maybe. I don't know.
Like fruit cups. Fruit cups are the fucking best, right?
No.
I mean, I like fruit cakes.
Right.
Oh, I make a hell of a good fruit cake.
Enough talking about gaming, dude. Come on.
I was wondering if someone was going to make the leap.
Thanks for teeing it up.
Oh, I was pretending not to know what you really meant, damn it.
J2, explain it to him.
Son of a bitch.
Ugh, fuck. Can't even do my bit anymore. You guys fucking ruined it. Asking me to do it.
You could make a new bit where you just explain the joke anyway.
I could explain the origin of the explain the joke.
No, I mean just explain the joke even though people are making fun of you for explaining the joke.
It's got to be more organic, dude.
Too meta.
I have too much integrity.
Too much integrity for these cheap
I can
theatrics.
get through that, dude. God damn. Yeah. I don't want to feel forced or contrived, dude.
Oh man. How many years before I'm gonna make sure no one ever hurts your feelings again becomes like the fucking winning presidential campaign motto?
16.
16? We only got 4 more presidents before it's too late.
Yep.
Oh,
How much
man.
longer do you think it's going to be not going to be illegal for black people to commit crimes?
Well, I know Seattle apparently cut their fucking police funding by 50%.
Well,
Okay,
it's fine. It's fine though because half their police just walked out anyway.
My
It's really easy to cut, huh?
the mayor here in my city, he cut the police funding by $11 million, and I thought it was absolutely stupid as hell because we haven't had any like mass shootings or racist incidents involving the cops. Things here are fine. They cut it anyways because apparently 150 people said that they feel that the police are racist. They feel that this is that this is a bad situation, and the reasons that they used as evidence was like statistics in America. And I thought that's it.
That's
I
hopeful.
mean,
I like to bring up Switzerland statistics when I'm making decisions for the U.S. You know.
exactly. I like this is ridiculous. It is stupid as hell.
But really, the question, sir, is how racist is Guyana? Fucking.
I don't know. I
Oh
mean,
my god. Well, I like
World's
that
a
one of the
strange-
things they keep talking about with the police is like, well, their training is terrible. I'm like, well, if you take money away, that's certainly going to help.
I don't think that less money is going to cause any answers. I think probably more money for training and everything would probably go a long way. So more money.
If
Not less.
the fucking Democrats hadn't gone batshit crazy after like 3 days, everybody was willing to look at actually making real meaningful change to the police force on both sides of the fence. And maybe we could have got I don't know, more than 3 months training to be a police officer.
Maybe. I mean, that could be an answer. More training.
I think if it was a minimum of 2 years training.
That's the thing that it doesn't the more training wasn't gonna fix anything, because it's even been shown, statistically fucking proven. They've done studies this black group is gonna do this study about how the cops are racist, and in their own studies it showed, oh shit, they're actually more likely to shoot white people than any other fucking race. And that was white cops, black cops, men, women, other minorities, fucking everyone. They're more willing to shoot white men than any other fucking group. They're you know who they were least likely to fucking shoot?
Black people.
Young black men. So in instances where a potential shooting might happen, at a stop, whether it's the cop just comes in overly aggressive for no fucking reason, or somebody's fucking the actual suspect or whatever is escalating the situation, the cop responds to it. On both sides of that, whether the cop is the aggressor or it's the suspect is the aggressor.
Yeah.
Both those situations, it showed that cops are less likely to shoot a black suspect than they are to shoot a white suspect.
Yep.
Because they're absolutely fucking terrified of being called racist.
Yeah, but that study was racist. Facts are racist. Clearly.
Racism means whatever the fuck we want.
I mean, taxes are racist, and only that white people are going to pay their taxes. I guess.
Only white people are going to pay their taxes.
I said facts. Facts are racist. Taxes.
Oh, facts are racist. They said taxes. Okay, my bad.
They probably are too. Why not?
You got to watch those facts. They're pretty fucking sneaky. They keep arbitrarily changing.
Right. Yeah, anything that's reflecting reality or measuring reality, purely fucking racist.
Oh yeah, no. Math is racist now. Did you know?
How did math get to be racist?
Because 2 plus 2 equaling 4 is a white supremacist concept.
Don't you know?
Clearly. I feel like we didn't raise enough of a fuss when they had the feminist glacier theory shit. We just kind of laughed at it, didn't recognize it as a fucking endemic problem in the system.
I mean, I think people just got bored of the whole feminist thing. It's still a problem, but
Yeah.
how many times do we have to talk about it?
Fucking, you know who the main fundraiser is for BLM, or where they funnel the fucking BML funds and shit through?
Who?
Is that fucking Jewish bitch that was convicted of being a terrorist, and Clinton commuted her sentence on his last day in office? You guys hear about this?
No.
Yeah, the fucking, I forget her name. It's Susan Jewyberg last name. I forget what her last name. Rosenberg maybe, or something like that. But yeah, she was literally convicted in the 60s or 70s, 80s, whatever. And yeah, Bill Clinton literally commuted her sentence, pardoned her on his last day in office, and that's the bitch that's in charge of the BLM funding group.
Oh yeah, where they're supposedly not funneling all that money to Biden. The $100 million they've gotten from all those.
Dude, they've got ridiculous amounts of fucking money. I mean, there were corporations, $10 million a pop, dude. It was fucking insane. And what's really funny is one of the first fucking rallies they held was for black trans people. Dude, black straight cis white black men they're actually pretty low on the list on who BLM gives a fuck about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like fucking the only people they care less about is like straight white men and straight like other minority men. Their main fucking concern really is like trans people and fucking gay and lesbian people. Because again, it's run by fucking militant black lesbian feminists, dude.
Speaking of weird discoveries of funding, you guys probably haven't heard about this, but we had our own little kind of Chaz situation in Canada, predominantly in the city. Yeah, it's not the same, but it was similar. It was in Toronto, and the town square was there, and a bunch of like Black Lives Matter and Antifa folks created a little tent city. I mean, a little circle, and they said it was a spiritual circle, and they're claiming religious reasons and everything you could imagine. It was a combination of Aboriginal folks, Black Lives Matter, Antifa, that kind of thing. And apparently, one of the guys who was sort of used to be part of the group and now left because apparently he had a different opinion. He was interviewed
Not
by
allowed
the
to have that.
No, he was interviewed by.
Not allowed.
Yeah, he was interviewed by the Rebel, and he was talking about how the people funding this particular group in Canada. I was surprised. I can't remember if it was the one of the church leaders of the Mennonites, or it could have been the Hutterites. I have to double check which group, but it was the ones who live out in the woods and all that. Apparently, there's
Amish light.
maybe Amish light, but they have a real hatred towards.
The Mennonites are.
Yeah, well, they apparently the ones here in Canada have a real hatred towards police and actually government systems altogether. They very much want anarchy. And so they're pretty much funding these groups using. And apparently, these tents were donated by the public to help homeless people out, so that way they have some sort of roof over their head. So they're taking these tents that were meant for the homeless, giving it to these protesters who are sitting at tents in the middle of this town square. And I just thought, what?
Oh, that's fucking beautiful.
So okay, all right, stuff that's supposed to help out homeless. No, okay, and same thing with because they had food and water, all meant for homeless. No, it's going to go for these Black Lives Matter supporters from this church group that takes donations from people. So I don't know, when it comes to Canada, maybe don't donate to a church group, because I don't know if they're going to support some Paris movement, apparently.
Good Lord.
I was shocked to hear this. So.
Fucking hate makes some weird fucking bedfellows, man.
Yeah. Although I can't really say I'm surprised. I mean, those Hutterite people, they're doing all kinds of things like buying up farmland and various different properties, and they're just growing and growing and growing. And it's slightly scary. They're numb because they try to have as many kids as possible.
I mean, how many of those 14 words do you really believe? I mean, you've been.
I mean, I don't got the nickname Swastika Lakes for nothing,
He only believes in 88 of the 14 words.
88, gotcha.
I believe that's 1418.
I mean, I
keep forgetting. Is it the fucking YouTube Susan, or the one that came up that fucking said 1418 instead of 1488? You guys remember?
Oh, I don't know.
Not a clue.
Yeah.
There's so many incredibly stupid people who've said so many incredibly stupid things, it's hard to keep track.
I feel bad for The Onion and other parody sites, dude.
I feel bad for parody sites because it's hard for them to keep up, man. Like it's.
Dude, how do you come up with shit more absurd than fucking what's going on in real life, dude?
I think what was it Babylon B? The one of the places that tried to make like these parody predictions about what was going to happen. Like I think it was like tearing down statues, and it ended up actually happening.
Yeah,
I have to double check.
That's what I'm saying.
the Babylon B articles are so fucking realistic. It's scary. So it would not at all shock me that one or more of them have actually come true.
Yeah, or been worse than what they predicted.
Yeah.
I think one of the
Being
ones that,
predicted.
I think one of the ones they came up with is that Joe Biden named Hillary Clinton as his running mate. Joe Biden mysteriously dies from an illness of some sort.
I've been predicting that for the longest, dude.
Oh yeah, like Joe, he needs to lose just for his own safety. And I don't think he's even aware of it. I think he's just like so, like almost gone. It's just not cluing in on the dangers of actually what's going to happen if he wins.
Yeah, he's not going to make it 4 years.
No.
Yes. Well, yeah, he literally has to pick a woman running mate. So they're that fucking desperate, whether it's Hillary or fucking Kamala Harris or whoever. He ain't gonna fucking, if he got elected, he ain't gonna live out his fucking 4 years.
No.
Or he'd probably fucking step down.
I'm still trying to figure out if the Kanye West thing is actually real. If Kanye West is like he said he was going to run for president, is that real?
I'll fucking vote for him.
I think he's sincere. He's
I don't even care what his platform is. He's got my vote.
I think it was like Ron Perlman.
Racist not to.
Oh, it has nothing to do with the race. I just want to see that fucking happen. I want to see Congress have to fucking deal with Kanye West when he's on a tirade and just spouting crazy shit with a fucking towel over his head.
Yeah, dude, speaking of crazy, dude, in Congress, Laura Loomer is probably going to win her fucking district in Florida.
That is terrifying.
Oh,
that is genuinely terrifying.
It's our answer to this fucking other chick.
Yeah.
Fucking court.
Fucking AOC.
AOC.
Dude, I'm okay with those crazy bitches, or crazy people in general being in the House because again, there's 500, almost 600 members or whatever. As if they're actually going to become senators.
In like fucking 10 years, when it's like 90% of them are those people in the fucking House, you're not going to feel the same.
Well, it's still got to get through the Senate, regardless of whatever batshit crazy the House passes. The Senate still has to okay it. That's what I'm saying. As long as they're not senators, as long as all the senators aren't batshit crazy, checks and balances, And holy shit, the entertainment value. Come on.
Oh man.
That's why I wanted fucking Brianna Wu to win. That would have been fucking great.
Great.
Mr. and Mrs. Moonrock. Moonrock bombs.
All I know is I fucking want Kanye to be president. It's so fucking bad right now.
Yeah, I feel like he should wait for Trump to do his 8 years.
Oh, I think Trump's got this one on lock, I'm pretty sure. It really is like his election to lose.
Yeah.
I mean,
dude, did you see that fucking FEMA and all these places rejected Minnesota's request for disaster relief aid?
Oh yeah. Really? Not a surprise.
Yes. Yeah. I think they actually said something like, I don't know if they actually came out and said, should have prevented this and you didn't even try. I think they just said that
that was the reasoning.
Yeah,
it has to be either out of that, right? It has to be out of their control, or they have to have tried to do something about it. They have to have made a fucking effort in some way, or it has to be like a natural disaster that was out of their control. They couldn't have done anything about it because it happened fucking like a tornado happening in like New York City, that's unexpected. They're not prepared for it. It's not their fucking fault. It's just bad fucking luck.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought that was fucking great. Yeah, they pretty much encouraged it. Tacitly, definitely. You know, if not straight out, encouraged it. Their fucking lack of response.
Oh yeah, I mean the
Well,
governor
there's a
basically
guy in
caused the
front of a
problem.
burning fucking burning police precinct talking about how it's mostly nonviolent and mostly peaceful. That was fucking brilliant. Remember that? That was like a month ago, but I think it was CNN. They literally had a reporter out of all the places they could have done the fucking shoot. They did it directly in front of a burning police precinct, and we're talking about how it's mostly peaceful.
I haven't
Oh
seen
my
this. I
God.
want to see this. It's like,
Are you serious? You guys
no,
didn't see this shit?
that sounds
that is like the
hilarious.
straight up move along here, folks. Nothing to see here. Move along.
Dude, they had it in the shot. They could have shot anywhere. You know what I mean? But they literally used that as the backdrop and fucking said that shit.
Well, that's hilarious.
Yeah,
I love that.
There's a bunch of other buildings in that.
So
Oh,
somebody
maybe
got fired.
they had to because everybody knew about that fire and they couldn't have shot in front of all the other buildings in the area that were destroyed.
Well,
That's probably why they had to do it.
Someone either got fired or someone's like, I know I got toe the company line. I have to say the things I want to say, but I really want to call it as is. And so the I'm guessing the reporter probably did this on purpose. It's like, I gotta keep my job, but I gotta report the news. How do I do the stuff I want to do? I think it's brilliant. Like, no, nothing you see here.
Dude, I say that's what I mean. Shit like that. When I'm talking about how I feel sorry for like the Onion and places like that.
Well,
How do you come up with something more ridiculous and absurd than that, dude?
like part of me wants to like. I believe wholeheartedly that CNN and all these people, they know that they're full of shit. But if they don't, they also know if they don't do as they're told, they're not going to get their money, and they get millions of dollars each year when they do their contract, and they know that this is probably going to be the last year or next couple of years that CNN's even going to still be a viable place to work.
Yeah,
because no
dude,
one.
seriously, if you don't count the fucking airport views that are probably not really happening, they have almost no viewership anymore. They've been fucking dropping fucking precipitously for the last few years.
Well, it's the same thing like with newspapers. You look at newspapers; they're pretty much dead because the internet killed it, and the mainstream media is pretty much the same way. No one's watching them, except of course for Fox, which apparently has grown in viewership. I mean, Tucker Carlson. I just recently found out that his is the most popular cable news network in all of America.
Yeah, he passed Hannity finally.
Yeah, I could see that.
I like Tucker, dude. I actually do. Like, some people feel like he's controlled opposition or whatever, but I don't know. He brings up shit that nobody else does.
Well, he's going after what's his name, Don Lemon, right now, or that was the current feud going on.
Jesus, Don Lemon's so full of shit, dude.
It was hilarious. I loved it. I hope they keep going. And the other thing is, like, I think it was Project Veritas when they saw a bunch of these reporters, and then they were like, the camera was on. They were pretty much admitting that all this is bullshit. Like, I know you guys know this is shit. You're just waiting till you cash in the very last check until they're no longer viable.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think after this next election happens, they're probably going to downsize. Or they're going to smarten up and change how they do things and actually have balanced news.
Get back to actually reporting news instead of doing constant editorials.
Nah.
Yeah. Well,
that's not going to happen.
You think
Turner
they're too far?
still own them, right? Did he sell off CNN or does he still own CNN?
Who?
Turner.
Isn't Turner dead?
I don't know. Is he?
I think Turner's dead, dude.
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like he wouldn't. Even though I think he's pretty lefty leaning. His wife definitely. But you Yeah, I don't know. I mean, when it started, it was literally just the news with, maybe a little editorializing, but yeah, now it's literally not only editorializing, but straight up fucking propaganda.
Oh
I
yeah.
guess that's all, pretty much
the
all.
number of blatant lies.
Well, I
Oh
believe
no, he's still
like
alive. Apparently, he's 81 years old.
oh okay, there you go. Well,
I thought he was dead too.
I think part of the reason it's still alive is because they get like donors from probably foreign bodies. I wouldn't be surprised if China donated money.
The fuck is that noise?
Nothing.
Why does that sound like a fat guy? Like, I know that was probably a bike, but that sounded like a fat guy. Like, just a really unhealthy fat guy.
Yeah, the
Why
rooster got a
are you-
motorcycle.
I thought, or are you?
Yeah,
Are you
it was a motorcycle going by.
oh, okay, for a moment there, I thought you were on your phone and you were just going into Walmart.
No,
On one of those little wrap.
Detroit only broadcasts from the sidecar of a motorcycle, so his driver drives him around.
Okay.
Elon
Time
Musk,
Warner.
Joe Rogan
Okay,
could've
Time
got
Warner. After Time Warner bought AOL in 2001, Turner's fortune dwindled to where his worth is now estimated to be $2 billion. Poor guy.
Only $2 billion.
Oh, AT&T. Time Warner and AT&T merged. They're the ones that own. It's called Warner Media, I guess. Okay. One of the mega corporations. AT&T owns DC now, don't they?
Yeah.
That's a weird one.
He owns Marvel.
I mean, they own them, but they're probably not going to do anything with them. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if what they'll do is they'll just, by Warner, I don't know, they'll probably make some more superhero movies. Not many though, because I think they have maybe 2 Batman movies in the works right now. The one I'm excited for is they want to get Tim Burton back to do a Batman Beyond movie. Michael Keaton's going to do Old Man Bruce Wayne. Like, to me, that's
Year 100, or wait, what was the one where Batman was really old? Was it year 1 or year 100 or something like that?
Batman Beyond. I mean, in the comics, year 100 or whatever. I don't know.
No, year 1 was something very different.
All right, I just remember there being some kind of year involved.
Like,
I remember reading one where he was like super old when he like was reprising the role for some fucking reason, putting weird sharp teeth things in his mouth, like dentures with like weird jagged teeth. Would have to fucking
you
look
talking
it up.
about Danny DeVito? Like, what the fuck are you even talking about?
No, it's the comic, an actual comic.
Oh, okay, all right, never mind.
You're talking about Darkest Night? That sounds like Darkest Night to me.
Yeah. I should probably not bring up shit with my like very limited amount of what I fucking remember. Oh fuck! My apologies.
Daytwell's having more fever dreams than Stabby at this point.
Oh no! I better smoke more weed.
Well, and also we got a couple of comic book nerds here. We probably shouldn't talk about that stuff because they'll be like, "No, you're fucking full of shit." Oh, this
and I haven't followed it. Like, I used to go into a comic shop at least every 3 or 4 months. So I didn't follow it super closely, but I at least generally knew what was going on. But it's been a few years since I've even done that. I don't know where the last time I bought new comics, I know X-Men was right around issue 500. So that was a while ago.
Man, I wish Marvel would just get their act together. I want to read a nice, good X-Men story. Granted, I know a place where I can get old X-Men comics from the 90s. Back when Chris Claremont was doing stuff. Like, I'll probably do that. 'Cause that's way better than what we got now.
From issue probably about from issue 100 to about 300. probably only missing about 20 issues. I used to have 94, but I don't have number 94 anymore. But I've got, actually, even below that, I've got some like 97, 98, 99. I've got a few from about 96 to 300. Almost a complete run. And yeah, a lot of those stories are really fucking good.
I mean, granted, like
nowadays it's just fucking propaganda nonsense, dude, like everything else.
I mean, okay, like Chris Claremont, a lot of his writing was very overly dramatic, I guess you could describe it.
You don't say.
But if it wasn't for that,
interesting.
If it wasn't for all that, I mean, we wouldn't have like the X-Men cartoon show from the '90s. So it's like, yeah, okay, all right, it had a point. It worked well.
Rip Morph, fucking rip, dude.
Morph, oh fuck! I was so surprised when we found out that he was exclusive to the cartoon show. I was like, what? I remember reading the comics, going, "Where's Morph?"
Right?
Like, I thought he had more of a prominent role, but no. Just at episode 1, just to build drama.
No, he comes back. He comes back. Remember?
Yeah, he did.
It's actually really fucking good too. Like him coming back. Like I remember, like as a kid, whenever Morph finally dies, I remember getting all fucking teary, like, oh, but that was the dude from the beginning.
He had cool powers. He transformed and all that. But we had Mystique later on, because early I was like, oh, okay, that's kind of cool. But I mean, we didn't really get to see much because I thought, oh, maybe he'd be too powerful. And then Mystique comes in there. It's like, oh man, this character can do some fucking damage. God damn.
And she does, especially when she fucking gets dragged along through time. Every single time that the fucking like the X-Men do any time traveling, fucking Mystique gets unwillingly has to fucking do it. And every time she goes back in time, she fucks everything up.
Yeah. Well, I mean, she causes a lot of the drama, but that's kind of good because it just makes it entertaining.
Well, like like in the X-Men storyline, Mystique caused World War I, right?
I believe so.
Holy shit.
Like it's her fault.
That bitch.
Like
nuts.
she's an awful person, but god damn to her. She's one of those bitches you love to hate.
Just go back to putting her ahead of Freedom Force where she can't do any real damage. That shitty fucking crew.
And she ended up being like well, I don't know if it was canon because I wasn't reading the comics at the time, but I remember when she was she was like training Rogue on how to use her powers, and then told her to keep holding on to Miss Marvel. So that's how you get your powers. That's so fucking cool. I'm so looking forward to this to happen in the movies. Although, remember earlier when I was talking about the whole white people are scared in Hollywood because they might not have work? Well, lo and behold, who just started up a YouTube channel? Brie Larson.
Oh yeah, we were just talking about her at the beginning of the show.
Okay, well, there's probably a reason for why that is. Not just because not doing too good in the movies. She probably knew early on that that Hollywood is not a good place for work right now.
I think she just genuinely wants to be just another creator, dude. On YouTube.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh, fuck. Fucking awful.
And then she does these like live streams that she did like days in advance with other creators, people I've never even heard of before.
Yeah, there's a lot of fucking like multiple million subscriber channels that I'd never really fucking heard of, dude. It's really weird. I barely found out who David Dobrik was like a couple weeks ago. He's got like a fucking, I don't know, like 20 million subscribers or some shit.
I have no idea who that is.
Yeah, see what I mean?
I do.
Hold on, let me check. It looks like he's just another shitty vlog channel.
Oh, probably.
Yeah. Let me see. How many does he have here? 17.9 million subscribers.
Ugh.
The dude you've just heard of right now.
Why?
He was on Steve-O's fucking... yeah, Steve-O does a podcast now.
I mean,
And that was like one of his first guests was that fucking guy.
like
Steve-O is fucking
Steve-O-
great at making everything about himself, dude. He's really good at that.
like
The
Steve-O-
best thing was Steve-O was doing this thing where he talks about the fact that his fans are like, hey, you seem to just talk about yourself a lot on that. And like the next question was something where it ended up coming back to him talking about himself. It's pretty fucking brilliant, actually.
I guess someone like Steve-O would be an interesting person to listen to because he had like lots of drug addictions and he trained in the circus and they did Jackass and he's got a lot of things to say. But
He's led an interesting life.
at the same time, I can't fucking stand his laugh. And he does it all the fucking time. He's got like a wheezy kind of laugh. Can't fucking stand it. Oh well.
It is kind of funny to hear how little money he made at the beginning of Jackass and all that. That's pretty fucking hilarious. You're like, yeah, that first season, I think I made about $1,300 for the entire season.
I mean, probably. Like, can you imagine what he did? He pitched it to the studio. They probably heard this and went, "Yeah, you're gonna kill yourself."
Yeah,
No,
well,
it was
guess
probably more like,
essentially
no,
freelance.
you're gonna kill and you channel put this on. Fucking get out of here.
That could very well
Well,
be.
yeah, like people like fucking Wee Man and other people that weren't fucking retarded and fucked up on drugs like that, smart enough to get some kind of residuals and that kind of shit. And Steve-O was essentially just doing freelance, like getting paid per stunt, nothing beyond that. So yeah, there's a few of those that were like have no fucking business sense at all.
Wasn't there like a
Steve-O's a really nice guy and he's funny and like from all those things I've listened to him talk on, he sounds like a really cool fucking dude. But he sounds like he's fucking retarded, so like I agree.
It would be more surprising if he actually did get any of that shit on the back end.
I mean, I'm sure he made a fair bit more money on like DVD sales and all that because like at that point, Jackass was a very well-known household name.
Did you not hear me when I just told you he didn't get any kind of residual shit in his contract?
Well, I mean,
He literally just got paid per stunt with nothing later on, dude.
well, he probably got
No
that for the
fucking royalties, nothing.
Okay, but he probably got that for the first season. You have to renegotiate every season. How many seasons have they done? Is it like, are they on like 17? Like, haven't they done this for years? Probably. Well, I don't know if they're still doing it, but I know he made like they did do multiple
And he
seasons.
eventually did.
So,
Despite
like-
himself, basically.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
he wised up and at least got a manager to fucking negotiate shit for him. But yeah, the longest time, dude. He was fucking just doing shit like, I just want to have enough of my next hit.
they've had 3 seasons. So
Plus all the movies and shit, and then there's Grandpa or whatever.
that's true.
Bad grandpa, that, yeah.
I've never seen
Chocolate
Bad
pudding in
Grandpa.
the diaper is still my favorite sketch of theirs, dude. That was pretty fucking brilliant.
I've only been able to seen a couple of their skits. Like I remember there was the one time they stuck a toy car in a condom, put up the guy's ass, got extra.
His dad was so disappointed in him. Like years later, his dad just looked at him like, "Why did you have to do that? And if you had to do it, why'd you have to do it on TV? Like,
Couldn't you have
You
just
brought-
kept that
you
shit private, you sick fuck?
Like you brought shame to the whole family. Like you dishonored us, the family, and the cow. Like what is wrong with you?
Fuck. Yeah, have you? Obviously, Samaj. Sounds like he hadn't seen it. But have you guys seen that one, the chocolate pudding diaper? Where they take a diaper, they put chocolate pudding in it beforehand, and they put it in like a trash can, and then he walks up and he's like asking people for food and shit, and he's like, oh man, and then he starts digging through the trash and he grabs that fucking diaper, and starts eating the chocolate pudding out of the diaper.
No, I've never seen that.
Dude,
Oh God.
dude. The people's reactions is fucking amazing, dude. Like, hey, yo, homie, that's a diaper, dude. No, I'm just really, really hungry. And as he starts to eat it, everybody's just slowly backing away. Oh fuck!
Does anybody be like, dude, I'll get
funny.
You a fucking sandwich?
No,
No.
No,
Why
one
not?
person is like, yo,
away,
if you
dude.
put that down, I'll buy you a fucking sandwich. Like, you just
I think
fucking
they're
stop.
more in shock. I mean, if you don't know that's what's obviously anything about it, you got to be like, I'm not seeing this right. I'm having some kind of weird acid flashback
Yeah,
or
this
something.
isn't real
not
life.
eating shit out of a diaper, right? So yeah, it's kind of hard to keep your wits about you when you see somebody doing some shit like that, dude. You'd like to think that's what you do.
I would think that at least one person would be like panic, like I have to make this stop before it goes any further. Like,
Yeah, although there is
Subway,
that
$5
thing.
foot long. I got you.
Yeah, I forget what it's called, but it's basically like the more people around, that you're actually less likely to have somebody do something.
Oh,
I
yeah,
forget what that's
that
called.
effect. Everybody expects someone else to do something.
Yeah. And I forget the name of it, but that thing probably at play as well.
Well, there's got to be a few people like Satan and Satire in the audience who are just like, I got to see if this goes all the way. I wonder if he's going to commit.
I kind of want to see how this plays out. Be entertained.
I mean, if he wants to eat poop, who am I to stop him? Yeah.
Some nutrition left in that.
Maybe start a conversation with the guy. For all you know, this will be your new Chromie boat, homie.
Yeah, really. You never know. You make friends in the weirdest of places. You know, eating trash dumps, diapers, you know.
I see that. I'm thinking I got to get to know that guy.
Well, you know, I mean, there's probably not a lot he won't do to get your back, you know.
It's true. He does seem to be at a low point in life. He's probably down for anything.
Yeah, you have to wonder. Hey, have I seen you on like bum fights or something?
If not, why?
Oh my god.
My brother showed me that bum fights show.
Yeah, bum fights is pretty fucked up.
Oh man, I mean, you say Jackass is bad. I think about bum fights like, yeah, nah, I think this is terrible.
There's you can just fucking watch bum fights in real life though. You don't even have to. You just go somewhere where there's a lot of homeless people. Sooner or later, they're gonna start fighting with each other.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're someone that's more, privileged with lots more money, you probably have never really seen too many homeless folk. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe you could pay for it.
Oh, you know what? In California, there's so many places that burned down and so many people that ended up homeless just over the last few years that it's like there's just camps all over the place.
When does that back rent amnesty thing run out? Isn't it at the end of this month?
I don't know. Yeah, I think a lot of this stuff ends this month. Like the larger unemployment checks for sure end this month. And there's definitely not going to continue that. They're not going to make that one bigger.
They can't.
I mean, it's too politically charged right now. There's no way they're going to come together on pretty much anything to do with anything reasonable. I mean, even like extending the terms of unemployment so more people could get it, but maybe letting the payments go back down to like a more reasonable amount.
Yeah, something where people aren't making more money on unemployment than working.
Yeah,
that kind of thing.
And then instead of paying so much money to each individual, maybe find ways to include the people that are unemployed specifically because of the COVID. You know, like the government shutdown has directly affected them, and the only reason they're not working is because of it. But maybe they aren't able to claim unemployment for whatever reason. You know, maybe they're a contractor
like fucking contract workers. I haven't worked in 6 months and I can't claim unemployment because
there you go, like Satan, yeah. When you probably can't claim unemployment because you're a contract worker.
Mm-hmm. I get paid in 1099s. I can't get unemployment. I mean, I could get unemployment if all my 1099s were from the same fucking company, but they're not. They're from a bunch of different companies, and because of that,
yeah,
kinds of jobs, it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
See, but that would be exactly what I'm talking about. The situation where, like, the only reason you're not working is directly because the government shut you down. They should be compensating you in some way so that you don't lose all your shit. Like, that's I don't know, seems like a reasonable expectation to me.
I think the big issue with that was the fact that there would be so many cases that they would have to qualify that they kind of had to do this blanket thing that wasn't going to work for everybody or even most people.
Mm.
Yeah, there should have been something where the people like Satan would be able to.
You would think, but that would make too much sense, and it wouldn't only help minorities in some way, or only like benefit the fucking conservatives in some way.
Growing weed in California, because I hear there's a bill for that. I think for people who are at least half black.
Yeah, it's fucking obnoxious. Like that kind of stuff is just so obnoxious at this point.
Should just start committing crimes, dude. I mean, if you're part black, that's crime doesn't, the laws don't apply to you, man.
Yeah, just take what you need. Travel around, living off the land. Living off the last Walmart you looted.
Yeah, just make sure you don't try to steal more than $750 worth of shit at a time, and apparently you're fine.
Gotta look for those doorbuster days for when you're gonna steal shit, high-end stuff at least.
Yeah, if the shit wasn't on sale, I'd be over the limit, but since it's not, you get to keep it all.
You're the one that offered this big screen for $400 for the first time. It's not my fault if I'm borrowing it.
Well, you offered it for the first 10 people. I just had to stab the first I just had to stab the last 20 people in line, and I got it.
Whoever was after number 9, anybody after that got to die.
Oh, there you go.
Indeed.
Well, hopefully it wasn't a Walmart knife. Because that's going to break like halfway through. Wait, does Walmart carry anything decent? I haven't shopped in Walmart in so fucking long.
I mean, they carry basically fucking everything.
But I mean, anything that actually is like not just complete trash that's gonna break in like a month.
Oh yeah.
Dude, the fucking the only thing I buy from Walmart is OP flip flops that I wear because they're actually well constructed and they last for a long time. Unlike the shitty flip flops everywhere else.
Oh, okay.
So yeah,
like
other than that,
don't shop at Walmart. I think the only time I ever really shopped at Walmart was when it was still 24 hours. Now they're only open till midnight. Like 3 in the morning, and you're like, I need this weird fucking thing. Where can I get it? Oh, Walmart has it, and it'll be cheaper than if I go to like a gas station or some shit. We're more of a Target family, I guess.
Yeah, me too. I like Target.
I don't know that I'd say I like Target, but that is where we do the shopping for like the weird stuff that you get at those types of stores.
I hate it. I hate it less than I hate Walmart. Though again, and they
You
actually
need a
they
cheap
don't
stack of glasses or bowls
like
or
Walmart.
something.
Like Walmart, they don't pay their employees just enough so that they still qualify for food stamps and shit. Actually pay them a decent wage.
Yeah, I wonder how many businesses literally exist right now based off of, like, what government benefits their employees can get so that they can save money. Like, how much fucking profit comes from the fucking, like, welfare fucking office. Like, how much McDonald's fucking check.
Yeah, if they make even a little bit more, they're essentially, well, now you don't qualify for anything. I wouldn't ask for a raise if I were you. You're losing money. Benefits, really. But.
Mm-hmm.
My local Walmart had McDonald's on the inside, and I stopped there every now and then because it was convenient. But the McDonald's inside there shut down. I didn't quite know why, but I'm assuming it was obviously the virus stuff.
Mm.
And apparently, Walmart decided to hire all the employees from that McDonald's because they were already there anyway. So I thought that was kind of nice.
I mean,
yeah.
Individual stores are not bad. It's the company itself is what's bad.
Oh, for sure. And I actually talked to the lady that worked at that McDonald's there, and I asked her how things were going. And because apparently she told me that a Burger King is going to be opening up in there. I asked her if she's going to be working there. She's like, no, I'm not working fast food ever again.
Oh man, yeah, fast food is. I'm one of the things I'm really glad I never did.
Oh, for sure. I used to work in an ice cream shop. I'd rather not.
Ooh, that's got to be a weird one. Working at an ice cream shop. Oh, you got to deal with all the parents and their little fucking crotchlings.
Crotchlings. I like that.
Oh, you never heard that before? I've heard that a long time ago. Some fucking webcomic or something. Actually, fucking, I remember the name of the goddamn webcomic. Jesus. It was fucking Queen of Wands.
I think I've heard of that before.
Right? How weird is it that I remember a cultural reference and the name of where it came from?
Well, it's one that I've never heard of, so it's not that unusual, I guess.
Yeah, it's a fair point. It wasn't from TV or the movies.
Weird.
I like PewDiePie.
Okay, yes,
Anyway,
it's not fucking PewDiePie. Jesus.
All right, I'm off to bed, so I'll talk to you all later.
Good night, Smash. I love you.
Tell Satan you love him.
No, I don't think he's going to do that. I have a feeling that's not going to happen.
Because he's already gone? Maybe, yeah.
Well, I was thinking just because he hasn't lost his mind yet. But, yeah. Just 10 minutes a day, Samaj. 10 minutes.
Not even a day. Just a week.
Oh, that's right. You said a week. That's right. I'd forgotten.
10 minutes of your time, 2 times a week.
Oh, 3 times a week. There we go.
2 times.
2 times.
Dude, pretty reasonable. Kind of an asshole for turning it down, really.
Fuck yeah.
It's literally 20 minutes a week. That's you just gotta suck dick 20 minutes a week.
Well, I mean, right now you're not even working though, so to be fair, what do you really got to offer there, sir?
The green card.
Yeah,
citizenship. Maj can do the work and the jobs.
And the jobs. Oh my god, poor Samaj. From drawing blowjobs to giving blowjobs. Oh man, I hear they're trying to fucking gentrify OnlyFans now.
How so?
OnlyFans is trying to like get YouTubers to go there so they can try to get it to be like less of their income from porn. I think it's probably too late. I don't think they're gonna be able to succeed with that. Like all their money comes from porn, but.
And what the fuck's the point of this? Like that's the main point of their fucking site, though.
Yeah, I guess they're aiming for like Patreon, where they like pretend they don't sell porn, but really they do sell like weird, creepy
This
shit.
is like when fucking Tumblr banned porn. Like,
Mm.
this is the only reason I come here. Like, why do you think I would come here if not for this?
That's a really good question. Yeah, I don't know, man.
You think I come here for the feminist slam poetry?
Why are there so many industries that seem to have an issue on the fucking internet with porn? It's just like, look, it's always going to be there. People are always going to fucking spend money on it. Like, why not make your fucking cut if you're going to host that kind of shit? Embrace it.
Here you are,
I'm surprised
man.
I'm surprised Patreon turned it down, because it would have been a lot of fucking money in their fucking. I don't know if they have shareholders or if it's an independently owned company, but it certainly would have been a lot of fucking profit to just throw fucking away. It's pretty dumb.
Maybe they're too busy fending off Owen Benjamin's fucking lawsuit.
Owen Benjamin has a lawsuit against Patreon?
Yeah. Oh, fuck. Yeah, it's been going on for a while.
I think I'm going to regret asking this, but why?
Yeah.
Well, they kicked him off, so they're. He got not only himself, like a fucking bunch of his fans to individually sue them for damages for some reason. Basically, the reason they did it is the old terms of service with Patreon. Basically, you had this thing where, like, if you're suing in California's got a law where you have to pay this certain amount for arbitration up front. So with them filing individually instead of like a class action thing, they would have to pay this exorbitant amount of money under California law right up front for all the arbitration and shit. But basically, it's pretty much doomed to fail because they updated their terms of service right before that to avoid that exact situation. As soon as that law came into effect, they all filed these lawsuits like 5 or 6 days after the new terms of service came into effect. It's doomed to fail, but those fucking there's a good chance Patreon's going to go after every single one of those people for filing bullshit, charges or whatever.
Bullshit what?
Bullshit charges.
Oh, yeah.
Or whatever.
Yeah, I would imagine. I don't know, man. The whole system is getting weird with the politics. All the different, like, people. Like, if you want to be a broker for, like, somebody to get money from somebody else for whatever, like, leave your politics at the door, leave your personal beliefs at the door. You're there to make money and make your own money and make other people money. You can't play that game unless you're talking about stuff that's like illegal. Obviously.
Yeah, well, especially
in which case, just call me. We'll win it together.
Yeah, really.
Like fucking, dude, the payment processing places should be completely apolitical, in my opinion. Like
there should be rules about what they can and can't turn people down for. Like they shouldn't be able to turn people down for things that have nothing to do with actual business.
Yeah, because you catch somebody defrauding you or something, fine, you want to cut them off, but just because people complained on the internet about them, that should not be a fucking reason for someone, especially considering the stranglehold that like Visa and MasterCard have. That shit.
No, and the sad thing is the people that are using it right now for their own benefit don't realize like that's gonna turn on you sooner or later. Like it always does. It's just a matter of time.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that one bitch that was complaining that she lost her dream job because of the whole fucking All Lives Matter versus Black Lives Matter shit, where they
when she was threatening to fucking stab people.
Well, again, we talked about it last week. It was a fucking analogy, but again, it is kind of funny that she got fucking taken down over bullshit the way that people like her have taken other people down.
Well, and that's the thing, though. Like that job that she was talking about was an internship that she hadn't started. That wasn't going to be until next year. That was only for 2 weeks, and it was non-paying.
Well, for her, I can, for a leftist, that probably is a dream job.
And here's the thing, though. Nobody contacted that job. Like, according to them, no, we didn't get any response from anybody. We just saw it. We pulled her internship.
She made it sound like it was a big deal, the job, when it was really just a shitty fucking intern job.
Yeah, a no-paying internship in which only 10% of the people who, and this is me actually, like, well, I didn't look it up. Somebody else looked it up and was posting all the shit, like, and the stuff that they had said about this job. Because granted, yeah, if you do get this job, it's a really good fucking job at a really good company. But only 10% of the people that take that internship ever actually work for the company. And only a small percentage of those actually go on to work for like the higher ends of the, like getting good jobs and not just getting their foot in the door in that company.
All right. So in her mind, she already had the job. She was going to be one of those fucking lucky ones.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Fucking delusional bullshit. She wasn't even black. I don't know what she was thinking.
And that's the thing, though. I don't care if it's a fucking some random Karen going off on some black dude in the subway being racist as shit. Don't call her job. No, I don't give a shit. And like, unless her job is like she's the only doctor in a town full of like nothing but black people and she's racist as shit. All right, then yeah, maybe she probably shouldn't be the doctor.
Yeah, that might be a little bit of a conflict.
Maybe in this particular instance, maybe she shouldn't be a doctor. but she's just like a fucking receptionist at a fucking dentist office. Yeah, don't call her job. Like, what's wrong with you? Stop.
Yeah, I don't understand the people that think that's a good thing.
Plus, in that case, she would be answering the phone anyway.
That'd be true.
Something tells me she's gonna screen you out and not pass that on to the owners.
The receptionist is like, "Oh, that's terrible. We'll fire her immediately."
What was her name again? Was it the same name I said when I answered the phone? Yeah, no, I'll be sure to let him know.
I honestly, I feel like there needs to be some sort of consequence for that, to be fair. Like, can we qualify that as a form of harassment, like a criminal, like harassment at that point? So that the business owner can say, "Oh, well, you guys kept calling me to the point where I couldn't make any sort of money or income because nobody could reach my business. You now owe me money because you harassed me and you harassed my company."
I put it on a similar. I would put it on the same spectrum as fucking swatting somebody.
Yeah.
Right. Because, like, you're not actually doing anything that would be considered fucking violent, like, or fucking taking money out of their pocket, whatever, but you're getting someone else to do it for you.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
exactly,
you're calling the cops to go get them to fucking go in guns blazing. You're calling their fucking boss to get them to fire that person. Like, you're not doing anything that's technically fucking in the wrong, but you know you're in the fucking wrong.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
with swatting, like everyone gets the fucking example. Like, if that situation goes wrong, fucking somebody gets shot, or if that situation goes wrong, somebody's getting fucking fired and losing their fucking livelihood.
Yeah, again, people have been killed from swatting. So It's pretty obvious that it's a thing to do.
And so have dogs.
Oh yeah, call them up and tell them there's a kidnap situation there. That'll be hilarious.
The problem, I think, is they don't take it
getting
seriously.
people's fucking dogs killed.
They don't take it seriously enough when they deal with people that are swatting. It's like they need to make it a priority to find and punish those people very publicly. You know what I mean? Like, you need to make an example out of somebody who does that sort of thing, because it needs to be just something like that's one of those things you really want to try to scare people straight on. You know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, swatting is great, but if you get caught, you do 20 fucking years in prison.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I don't know how it ended up, but the person who got the guy killed, the one that called in and said there was a kidnapping in progress or whatever, I'm pretty sure they did fucking charge them.
Yeah.
But I don't know how it turned out.
It's one of those things that should be more in the news when it happens. But there's so many other like bullshit things they're putting in as propaganda instead of like actual things that matter in the world at large.
Yeah, yeah, they don't care if it's happening. It's not happening to them.
It actually happens
And it's
a
causing
fucking
civil
lot.
unrest.
Yeah.
Like the number of times people get fucking swatted.
Oh yeah, and it's not just in like the famous Twitch streamers. There's a lot of people that just be playing a fucking random ass game of fucking like Call of Duty or whatever, and then get swatted. It's fucking insane.
Well, yeah, but like, the thing is though, like most of the time, the police will go in there and be like, all right, so this is not what we were called in on. Sorry for wasting your time. All right, we'll get the fuck out of here. It's when they go in fucking guns blazing that there's a fucking problem.
Yeah.
But
Which
like,
is why I think police need more training, and there needs to be more like fucking standardized systems and rules in place.
And maybe get the phone number of the place and give them a call. At least, tell them what's going on. Yeah, are you a call that you're kidnapping someone, holding them against their will? No, that's not happening.
I think the problem is, like, realistically, if somebody was kidnapped, that's probably the worst idea you can have. You don't want to give them a bunch of time before the police show up to kill the person and run away.
Yeah, I suppose.
Just because who's the only person who can identify you? The fucking person you kidnapped. And the police are going to be here in 10 minutes now? I better fucking run. Yeah. Oh, there's one witness. That's an easy way to handle that.
I would be curious to know how the person calling in explained the fact that they knew a kidnapping was going on. Like, did they pretend that they were the one being kidnapped, or what the fuck happened?
I think in the case of the person who died, that was what they did. They said, I'm in the house, I'm being held.
Yeah, I don't know what the correct rules of engagement is, but
basically the police are hoping that the kidnapper won't know they're there, so that they won't necessarily be right next to the victim.
With the new rules of Hollywood, like, they're racist because they're not actually a kidnap victim, but they're playing one on the phone.
That's cultural appropriation or something.
Cultural appropriation of kidnap victims. That's Lisa Bonet Ramsey face.
I hear some fucking weird shit on VR chat every once in a while.
You know,
you'd be amazed how many times I hear this conversation where people are like, I don't understand why it's a bad thing to want to like copy something from another culture. It seems like it would be complimentary. But everybody gets so mad. It's weird. And it's all these fucking like little kids. Like 16, 17-year-old kids in like high school or even sometimes younger. And it's weird to hear that because it's like people who are probably dealing with more propaganda than anyone else in the fucking country right now. Anybody who's going to school, being taught like false history, things that are just not true, weird fucking math that doesn't work.
Yeah,
even that doesn't make sense though. Like really, why are you?
One thing they're not teaching is critical thinking. That's for fucking sure. It's definitely not going on in our schools.
The only thing that's allowed to be critical is race theory and gender theory.
Even that, really. It's all emotionally based. Really the only way it works. I'm going to make you very emotional and mad when I teach you this so that you don't think about whether it's true or right or wrong or whatever. Just become angry at anybody who questions it because they're clearly bigoted and racist.
Oh yeah, of course. You can't.
Oh, dude, I can't wait for the next time somebody calls me or says I have white fragility. Because honestly, until that fucking Robin DiAngelo bitch wrote that fucking book, I hadn't heard that term since like 2016. But like now, like the next time somebody says I have white fragility, I'm gonna call them a pedophile. And if they say they're not a pedophile, well, that's just proof that you're a pedophile.
Only a pedophile.
Saying you don't have pedophile fragility is proof that you're a pedophile.
Oh my god. Wait a minute. So you either are the thing you claim you're not, or you are the thing you claim you're not. Like there's no fucking right answer to that, right? Like the way.
Oh yeah, no. Here's the thing. Like if somebody calls you a racist and you're white, and you go, yeah, okay, I'm a little bit racist sometimes. I need to fix that about myself. Everything about me is wrong because I was born the wrong skin color. Or, and that one is, yes, I'm accepting I'm racist because I'm racist, just because by default. Or you say, no, I'm not racist. Well, that's just proof that you're obviously racist. Fuck, so fuck what? Since when? How? How does that work? Not acknowledging your racism is proof of your racism.
Yeah, God help you if you say you don't see color. That's what all the racists.
Well, and if you're somebody like me whose family is literally like multiracial and you've grown up around all the different races, like just being part of your family, like it's so fucking frustrating to hear that shit because you're like, no, so you're saying I hate my fucking cousins and my fucking nieces and nephews and all these fucking people who I'm related to. I've fucking enjoyed their company for fucking years, but now I fucking hate them because I'm a white dude.
Yeah, that was just your shield. Fucking racist. Yep. Having family members that you fucking love and care for, that's just your shield.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Having a fucking black wife and biracial children, I don't do that because I love them. No. I do that just to try and hide the fact that I'm not a racist. Yeah, you know that's what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to like they're just my beard, my racist beard.
Oh fuck!
Literally one of the first pictures of me in existence is my fucking black cousin holding me when he was 6 years old, holding me, and he's like asking my mom if I was his birthday present. Like that's the fucking picture is just 6-year-old holding a baby.
Yeah, or would be racist if he wasn't black.
It's just like clearly I hate him.
Privilege.
Like this is the closest thing to an older brother I've ever had growing up. So I always was fucking following him around whenever we were like hanging like doing family stuff. But nah, dude.
Yeah, you secretly hate him.
You don't hate him.
Yeah, it's fucking so ingrained in your white fragility fucking bullshit that you don't even realize you hate him because he's black.
Mm.
I imagine somebody coming at you with that, dude. You know what I mean?
I had such a hard time listening to the fucking idiot bitch that runs that's the clinical director where I work. When they did a whole fucking training on how racist we all were. I literally it's I get paid to sleep, or I would have been like, fuck this shit. I can find this kind of shitty job anywhere. Getting paid to sleep, on the other hand, that I can't fucking find anywhere. So,
fucking piece of shit.
And I got a raise to $15 an hour. Plus, I get hazard pay right now.
So you're getting time and a half on $15 an hour?
15, not 50. I wish it was 50.
I know. No, but you're getting time and a half. Sorry.
20.
Sorry, time and a half on $15 an hour.
Yeah.
To sleep.
Yep.
Fuck
Residential overnight counselor. Look it up on fucking your local Craigslist. I guarantee there's places that have it.
Wait, did you say residential overnight counselor?
Residential, R-E-S.
Oh, but it was like, okay, wait a minute.
Ooh, fancy. Residential.
Or the other term is overnight asleep counselor.
That's the official one.
I feel like
either one of those are they're basically the same thing. It's just you You search and sometimes, if depending on what the company calls it.
I feel like if I find a listing online for an overnight sleep counselor, I'm gonna find it on Craigslist.
That's what I said. Yeah, looking on Craigslist. Yeah, seriously. You'd be amazed, like, because they can't really expect a whole lot from people, So they benefit from getting as many as they can to fucking respond. Of course, then again, like the one downside is occasionally you have days like where the guy just won't show up in the morning, so you gotta fucking wait for like 4 hours for somebody to come in. Then you actually have to do stuff.
Right.
It's like
You have
work.
to get relieved, right?
Yeah, legally I can't leave until somebody else is there to take over for me. I mean, obviously I could. It just, they'd definitely be able to fire me and potentially press criminal charges depending on, like, the situation.
Yeah, not a good idea.
I imagine if, like, your wife was having a kid and they were like, well, we're not going to be able to get there for 8 hours, tough shit, you just fucking left there, you probably wouldn't get any criminal charges, but, provided nobody got hurt and you just told them that you were leaving. Like that they were actually informed that you were leaving. You didn't just leave when those, I just felt like fucking taking off. Everybody seemed fine. We're going to come back in like 4 hours and see whatever and check in and help them out if they need to.
So do you still get to sleep if they don't show up?
Well, my shift ends at like 7 in the morning, so if whoever doesn't show up in the morning, like the clients start getting up, they need like help with like getting shit done, and they can't access their own medications. We have them all locked up, so
because they're a bunch of fucking junkies needing their fucking Thorazine.
Needing their fucking psych meds. Yeah, we had one dude who missed his fucking haloperidol and started to get like dangerously psychotic for a day or two. Had to fucking have him.
But I thought haloperidol was a sedative. I thought that was a sedative.
Seroquel?
It's also an antipsychotic.
Oh,
okay.
Seroquel?
Seroquel.
Yeah, no,
Seroquel
they gave
is a big one. A lot of people have Seroquel.
Do they take it at night or something so that the effects aren't as bad, so they can kind of sleep it off, or do they take it like in the morning?
It depends on the person and the situation, like that they need it for. Some people take Seroquel like 3 or 4 times a day. Some people take it once at night. It just depends on the person.
Wow.
I worked with somebody who was taking.
Damn, that's strong fucking.
Oh, what was
Strong
this lady
fucking
taking? She was taking Rohypnol.
Dick rip drug.
Fucking Trazodone. And like Seroquel, and 1,000 milligrams of Trazodone and like 800 milligrams of Seroquel. And a fucking like Rohypnol pill. And she still,
Dude, I was taking.
She was still awake most of the time.
Sorry. Yeah, was she like lethargic or did she? Well, she's probably
this
used to
bitch
it.
was
She's
still
taking
awake,
that.
walking around, wanting to fucking go make food and hang out and fucking go smoke. Like 3 in the fucking morning.
That's impressive.
It was fucking obnoxious. She was the worst person I've ever fucking dealt with.
Like, I want to party with that girl.
Really? Because you say that.
She can handle her fucking drugs. Like, I want to party with that fucking girl.
Oh wait, you like crying? Never mind.
Yeah, anything you do to her, she's not going to remember anyway. With the Rohypnol. Oh wait, did you say Rohypnol?
No, she was still perfectly clear. She didn't forget what happened either.
Yeah, dude.
Nobody would believe her though, because she's fucking crazy. So it's fine.
She's either not going to remember or they're going to say she's making it up.
It's just one of the few people where I was like, man, maybe somebody should teach you how to commit suicide better. The next time you won't fucking fail.
This thing to say about people, the world would probably be a better place if you weren't in it.
She had this little shitty dog, this little fucking shitty rat dog. She'd fucking drag around on a leash, and I do mean drag half the time. And fucking, she would never bend over to pick it up, the fat cunt. Because that was too much fucking work. She just yanked the leash real hard and pop it up in the air with the leash and then catch it.
Jesus.
And it wasn't like a harness leash. It was just around the little dog's fucking neck.
God damn.
Yeah, I want to party with this girl.
Yeah, I fucking hated her.
Give me your number. Let's fucking go. Let's get this going.
I have no idea where she is now. Hopefully dead.
And that's when Satan first learned
my
about
program
it.
only allows men. No women allowed in the program I work in. I would never work with her again. I would legitimately quit my fucking sleep overnight position rather than fucking work with that lady again. It's just fucking crazy.
That bad?
Ridiculous. Oh, she was fucking terrible.
Just because she would never go to sleep and you couldn't, sleep at your job?
She would never go to sleep. She would completely disregard and not follow any rules. And then because the fucking manager was so in love with her, she could just do whatever the fuck she wanted with no consequences.
She was hot, huh?
No, she was fucking ugly as shit. The manager was a lady.
Oh.
You know, like fat ladies stick together.
Oh, yeah.
The fucking middle management where I work, like not
fucking
the house
Medea
managers,
syndrome.
but the program manager that works in the main office, who oversees all the house managers, is a big fat lady. So all the fucking house managers are fat ladies. Oh, except
fucking
now they got
Medea
a gay
syndrome, dude.
We got a gay dude working for us now as a manager, and he's actually pretty fucking good.
Well, because of course he's better than a woman. Like, he's a man.
Oh yeah, he runs the place so much better. And the fucking, so like, I ended up fucking buying like a futon and a fucking like $200 piece of like super fucking dense foam and sleeping on the floor for the first fucking like year I worked there. Because the bitch that was the manager had told her bosses that we didn't want a bed. The asleep overnight guy, neither me or the other guy, we didn't want a bed. Despite the fact that both he and I were like, we would really like a bed if that's possible. Is there any way we can get a bed in there? Even like a fold-up fucking bed?
Nope, not in the budget.
They had a fucking pull-out thing that was from like the 50s, maybe? Like, it was barely held together with like duct tape and shit. Like, it's one of those things you look at it and you genuinely are like, I think I might get like stabbed to death trying to sleep on that.
Like, this bed will give me tetanus.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's a tetanus shot.
Oh yeah, you definitely need tetanus shots to sleep on that fucking thing. I just fucking badgered them until they got like an actual mattress for it, because they, like when spring mattresses get old, the springs kind of get flat. The mattress that was on it, picture it being like 3 inches on the edges and about a half an inch thick all through the middle, because it's just that fucking old and they were all springs in it. And like at least half the springs were showing through. Like the mattress.
They try to claim it was memory foam. No, that's a memory foam mattress. That's why it's like that.
No, but we got a memory foam mattress eventually, and I just added that to the pile of shit that I slept on the floor on. It was just like fucking...
Pile enough for the shitty shit up. It works.
Well, I mean, I
actually bought
had air mattresses and stuff that I threw in there.
Oh shit! Here we go.
Uh-oh.
That was a truck. Somehow way quieter than the fucking motorcycle.
The things that bother me, like I'm not too, I don't really care that much about the like super loud vehicles, unless it's loud, but not actually more powerful. Like those fucking like cars, those souped up Hondas, where they're not actually more powerful, they just made it really fucking noisy. Those are the ones that fucking bother me, man. Like if you just got a beefy fucking muscle car, alright, that's cool, I get it, it's fucking loud. Or it's like a big fucking truck that you haul shit with, it's got a loud ass diesel engine or whatever. But that little fucking Honda where you're like, I bought these cool muffler tips and put them on there, and now it sounds really neat. I just want to fucking rip your
those are
nose
obnoxious.
off. Of course, I don't know if you guys remember whistle tips. Satan might not be old enough. But they used to put whistle tips in exhaust, and you could hear that shit because it'd be like a high pitched, like super high pitched fucking sound, and you'd hear that for a mile away from the car easily. As it drove down the fucking road, you're like, oh, in the next 3 neighborhoods away, there's a fucking whistle tip going down the road. Right, great.
Just peoples.
Uh-oh. Dead air, we're all gonna die.
You sound sleepy, bitch. Go to work.
I'm always sleepy.
Sleep it off.
Just pretend I did the scene from the Hulk with always sleepy being the end of it. You just shortcut that joke. Oh wait, no, that shit was from the Avengers. Never mind.
What?
The fucking thing where he's like, I have a secret. The secret is I'm always angry. I'm like, that secret didn't last long. I don't know why you told anybody it was a secret if you were just gonna fucking say what it was a minute later.
Although I don't know if he said it was a secret, other than more than just saying that's what he had to do. But I could be wrong.
Oh no!
The exact. I remember the exact line because I hated it. I hate that fucking line. But that's my secret, Cap. I'm always angry.
That's my secret, Cap. I'm always angry. And it's like, that's not a secret. You just told him what it is. You just immediately stop being a secret. You fucking asshole.
Well, that, and it also cuts out like a couple decades worth of really, really, really good fucking storylines for the Hulk. Just entirely gone because there's like there's a lot of times in comics or like in a lot of things really, like where things happen and then they get like reverted back. But there's some things like once it happens, like it's like that for fucking ever. You know, and like the Hulk, whenever he's dealing with the anger issues and is trying, like, is fighting with like Banner and the Hulk, and there's the disconnect, and he's fighting with himself over whatever, who's going to take control, whatever, you know.
Yeah.
Once he gets control of that, it never goes back to being that.
Oh, it never goes back to being like completely just random and out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be a big thing that you definitely would want to wait until late in whatever your stories are to do then, for sure. Because there's so many things you can get out of, like, going through that journey. Like in the comics, I assume. That they did do in the comics, but probably obviously they didn't do in the movies.
Nowadays, does the Hulk still retain? Does the Hulk retain his intelligence when he transforms into the Hulk, or no?
Right now the Hulk doesn't transform anymore.
Holy shit! Is it racist? Is that why?
No, it's because the Hulk did a whole metric shit ton of experiments with him and the Hulk, and now he is the Hulk all the time. But him, like, it's the Hulk's body, but him and the Hulk share like a mind. Like they can communicate with each other.
Okay.
Like kind of like they did with the Professor Hulk thing, which, by the way, is a whole separate fucking character entirely. But whatever, let's not. Whatever.
Let's leave out the fact that it's not Bruce Banner, but
yeah, no, like Bruce Banner now is always the Hulk, but him and the Hulk share a mind.
Is he still fucking married to that chick? Like, they're still banging? Because that's pretty fucking impressive.
No, she died like forever ago.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I never really followed the Hulk, so.
Yeah. And like the Hulk was never one of my favorite characters. Like he was always like good for like he was always good as a secondary character for things, but like in somebody else's story. Like I loved him being there, but like Hulk's actual storylines weren't some of my favorite, except for Planet Hulk and Worldbreaker Hulk.
Planet Hulk
Like-
was really fucking fun. I watched the cartoon for that. I don't know about the comics themselves, but the movie was great.
The movie was good, but it's not as it's a lot more cheerful and happy than the actual comic was. The comic was fucking dark, dude. Like the Illuminati, which is like the group of like super genius fucking heroes and shit. Like you got Professor X and Reed Richards and fucking Doctor Strange, like all the Tony Stark, like all these brilliant fucking people come together to like try and make decisions, try and help the world.
Huh.
And they decide, yeah, even though Hulk's our friend, he keeps fucking shit up, so we're just gonna send him off in space somewhere. Hopefully he doesn't die, but probably gonna. Okay, bye, Hulk, bye. And so they send him. Yeah, they send him to Planet Hulk, or they send him to basically, like, you know where they went in Ragnarok.
Yeah.
That's kind of a take on where they sent him. Like it was a battle world where like the Grand Master was the one who was in control of everything.
Yeah.
And so they turn Hulk into a slave, and then it turns out, hey, maybe not. We can't control him, so maybe somebody else can take him and he can go to the arena or some shit, because we can't. This dude's fucking too goddamn strong. He's killing everybody. Can we be done with this now?
This is not working out the way we had hoped.
So they sell the Hulk to the Grandmaster and send him to the arena, where he meets a bunch of friends and whatever, and ends up fighting with them, takes down the whole fucking thing. But then while he's there, the Hulk has a wife, and there's a few years in between whenever Hulk finally takes down the whole arena thing, and it becomes a fucking place of freedom and everything. Hulk has a wife and a kid, and then they all get fucking murdered. And then Hulk, as they're dying, as the only family Hulk, like the Hulk has ever known, like Bruce Banner's known family, the Hulk hasn't. And as they're all being like fucking slaughtered and fucking dying, Hulk gets sent back to Earth, and he's done. And like it goes from being not World War Hulk, Planet Hulk, to World Breaker Hulk, because Hulk is now on Earth, more pissed off and angry than he's ever been fucking ever, to where he's smashing the Earth and cracking continents.
Oh shit! What the fuck?
Yeah, and like it literally takes they throw everything at the Hulk, and nothing's working. Hulk actually kills a bunch of fucking people in that, like some B-list characters and shit.
It's kind of like they were asking for it. I mean, they did just sort of ship this dude to fucking nowhere. Like they had no idea what was gonna happen.
Yeah, like the one that actually ends up bringing the Hulk down is the Sentry, which is like single-handedly the only like non-cosmic being in the he is the single-handedly strongest non-cosmic being in the MCU. Like he's stronger than the Hulk, he can fly, he's got energy weapons and like whatever, he's psychic as shit, is connected to all the weird cosmic bullshit, but he's not a cosmic being. Like dude has like all the powers. Like if you can think of a power, that dude has it. He's retarded overpowered.
He's one of those broken characters that gets created every so often in those stories.
Yeah.
Because they have a power vacuum where they're like, oh, we made the enemy too powerful. Shit, what do we do?
Well, no, and like the coolest thing about the Sentry is not how strong he is. It's they take the concept of like the Hulk and like Superman, and I have to be fragile and delicate with everything around me, or I'll break it, to a cosmic scale. Like if his psychic powers get out of control, he breaks universes. Like if he accidentally punches something too hard, like he destroys the solar system. If he's not concentrating on it, like his energy power or whatever, he'll fucking supernova and take out like half a galaxy. Like his entire purpose is like, fuck, I'm too goddamn strong. Like I need to relax. I can't relax because everything about me is overpowered as shit. I'm gonna ruin everything I touch.
Damn.
Like that's the coolest thing about the character is not how strong he is, it's how he deals with that.
Making it from a boon into like an incredibly, like almost a disability.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. That's why, like, in a lot of the times whenever like there's some big cosmic threat or whatever in the comics, they'll go to Sentry and he's like, no, fuck off. I'm not getting involved. I'm gonna make things worse.
That's
so
actually,
most of the time he doesn't get involved. It's not until like he's meditating somewhere I don't even know where the fuck he was, but like somewhere like very far away, and teleports to where Hulk is immediately. He's like, nope, okay, now I gotta do shit because you're gonna break shit. time to fix.
Yeah, if you're gonna break the world, it doesn't really matter if I accidentally crack a continent or here or there, you know.
Right.
That's fucking
like
crazy.
even
I'd watch that fight. That'd be a great fucking movie. You know, those are the kind of stories that you really want to fucking see on the movies and in the shows and stuff that they just never fucking get into. That really weird, creepy, dark shit. Where it's more human, you know? Oh, that was a big fucking loud-ass car going by my house.
No, and like that's the thing that I think a lot of people don't really understand is when it comes to those big fucking storylines that they did in the comics. Yeah, like it's about fucking super powered fucking people like flying around beating each other up, but that's just the fucking that is the argument, or like the adjutant to be able to actually get the story across. The story happens with the characters, not the fighting.
Yeah, exactly.
And like with Civil War, like my favorite scene in that movie is the scene, like there's two scenes in particular between Captain America and Tony Stark. Those are my favorite scenes because they're fucking character-driven scenes. Not, yeah, let's get like 10 people like in this abandoned airport and have a fight scene. Like that was cool looking, but that wasn't fucking Civil War.
That the fight scenes are basically for the kids. Like the kids can enjoy the crazy, over the top like fight scenes, and they'll want to buy the fucking toys. But the storyline is for as people are growing up, they'll actually get more out of it and stay there instead of fucking just stopping.
Well, right, and like the original, like at least they had them on the right sides in the movie, like, or at least like the sides they were in the comics, you know.
Oh yeah.
But like in the original storyline, there was a lot of tension being brewed, like especially with the mutants, just because the mutants they fuck shit up all the fucking time. Like mutants cause problems fucking always.
Oh yeah, I would imagine.
But so like there was debates on whether or not there was going to be some kind of laws put in place to try and protect people from these powered people, you know? And this kid who was there watching the debates, like on Capitol Hill, like this was like in the US, like this was like an actual, like, we're doing this in comics, but we're doing it like as if this was a real fucking thing that was going to happen in real world. Like, so we're going to the government to do this. Like this is a debate. And this kid loses control of his powers and blows up and takes out everyone there.
Oh damn! On both sides.
Yeah.
Ooh, and that
so,
surely
like,
is not going to sit well with the public at large. Right.
And so immediately after that, the government comes in and says, "All right, well, we're going to put these accords into place that, yeah, powered people like y'all are going on a fucking list."
Oh, we all know that works out well at the end.
Right. And Tony's side, Iron Man's side was like, yeah, the things people have done, like as the weapons maker, whatever, you know, like the things people have done with these powers is fucked up, and we need to be able to control this somehow. Yes, but you're also forgetting these are people, and you can't treat people like this, even if they are dangerous. Like they're still fucking people. Putting them on lists
because there's more, why would they cooperate?
Right.
If you
And
don't
so
give
like
them a reason to want to cooperate, then it's definitely not going to work out in your favor.
so yeah, like you had these two very real, compelling sides to a very complex, difficult fucking issue. One dealing with the like they both really genuinely did have merit because there needed to be something done because of all of the fucked up things that were happening in the world because of people with powers, whether they were it was being done to them by birth or by accident or by whatever, or they got powers somehow and were, even if they're using them for good, they still fucked up, or they're using them for evil and just really fucking shit up.
Yeah.
Like, powered people were causing problems all over the world every single day, and so something needed to be done, but the solution for it was not great. and there wasn't really a good solution to be had. But so like that was the point of Civil War. And so at least they kind of got the sides right.
Yeah.
Eh. But the whole point of it was missed, except for those couple of scenes that you had between Tony
And
and
Captain
Steve.
America, where they were talking about, what was it in the movie? It was whether or not the government should be in control of the superheroes.
Right.
And Tony Stark was saying,
whether,
oh yeah, the government should have all the control because we can't be trusted. And Captain America was saying, you don't understand, like that's part of the corruption. That's part of the evil that we stand against is, people using power to control everyone else.
Yeah. So like I said, like it was really good, and then Civil War 2 was just fucking terrible. But fucking capped off with the worst ending to a storyline I've ever seen, fucking ever. Like Civil War 2, there was this kid whose name was Ulysses. Just starts seeing horrible fucking things happening, and tells like the powered people or whatever, like, hey, this terrible thing is gonna happen. I'm not sure what the fuck I'm seeing, but I hopefully you can stop it. And turns out he is 100% right every fucking time. So he is literally seeing the future, and like he proves it over time. Like, okay, yeah, like this kid isn't just making shit up. He's actually seeing the future. We're gonna take what he's saying seriously. And then you have like, and it goes.
Well, that's definitely got to involve that sort of that old saw of like, well, if you hadn't said anything about what you saw, it wouldn't have come to pass, kind of thing, too. Like that. Weird...
Well, that's not technically where they go with it.
Oh, I'm surprised.
Where they go
that's
with
really surprising. They didn't include that as part of the story too.
Yeah, no. Where they go with it is this kid Ulysses sees Spider-Man, which at the time is Miles Morales because Peter Parker is dead in this universe. So he sees Spider-Man kill Captain America.
Oh, damn.
And Captain Marvel and Rhodey and a bunch of other fucking people decide, all right, well, we gotta capture and detain and arrest Spider-Man. And Captain America's like, no, like he hasn't fucking done anything wrong. Like, fuck, I'm not letting you do this. And so, like, you have Captain Marvel turn into fucking space Nazi again for like the 30th fucking time, because she always fucking turns into a space Nazi somehow, and everyone still thinks she's a likable character. She's fucking not. She's awful. But yeah, no. What it turns out is, like, what actually happens is Captain America gets very badly hurt, and Miles Morales is actually holding Steve as he's laying there dying. I mean, he doesn't actually die, but like the ending of it, like how that whole thing gets resolved, is some big fucking floating head in the sky pops up and says, "Hey, sorry, that's one of our kids. We're gonna go ahead and take him. My bad," and just that's the end of it.
Oh shit!
Like literally Deus Ex Machina, some giant floating head says, "Oh, sorry, that guy has been causing all these problems, like, you know, with these visions and shit. Yeah, we're just gonna take him and go. Sorry, guys. Bye." Like,
damn.
literally no resolution whatsoever for any of the characters. Just bye. It was so fucking bad.
That's perfectly reasonable. What could possibly go wrong?
Ugh. Yeah, no. Civil War was fucking great because of like, and like some of the scenes in it were iconic because of the fights. Like you had fucking Wolverine fighting the Hulk, and you had Deadpool fighting these random people. But like some of the best things in there were some of the comics that were going around that weren't part of the actual Civil War series. Like I think my favorite was one of the ones like one of I don't remember if it was Power Man or Jessica Jones, but like at that time they were together, and there was this comic that got released at around the same time. Wasn't part of the Civil War series, but they wrote like it was going on and during the same stuff and everything. So they're debating and talking about all this, and like there's just this great fucking scene where they're having these very similar arguments that Cap and Tony Stark are having, but it's instead of it being between like two friends who were now forced to like be enemies because of this whatever, they're doing it as two people who were fucking dating and can't deal with, like, they're two powered people who were dating and are debating on what whether or not to comply with this new law. It was really fucking good.
It does sound interesting. Yeah. A lot of these storylines that you guys talk about in the comics sound way better than what we see in the movies, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And just much more interesting in general. Like, there's just comparatively, the stuff we see is just fucking boring.
Well, it's made to be palatable. Like, it's made to be
Disney-fied.
Yeah.
Appeal, basically.
So boring.
I always go back to that old Duckman fucking clip where, like, he's sitting there talking about how art's supposed to challenge you and make you feel like this, yada yada yada, not just this boring milquetoast bullshit that they just serve to you fucking 24 hours a day so that nobody is ever offended.
Yeah, or as I like to say, the
that's
life lessons that matter don't come with milk and cookies and a fucking nap.
Right. But yeah, no, like they take some of these great epic fucking storylines and boil them down to the most boilerplate milquetoast points. And yeah.
Yeah, it's just not very fun.
Which is why I wasn't the biggest fan of Endgame. Like, I loved Infinity War, and watching Endgame for the first time was a fucking experience. But it's like it doesn't stand the test of time nearly as well as the first half of that does. It's not a great movie. It's just it has a bunch of really cool fucking parts that were well earned, and like they resolve a whole bunch of things that have been going on in these movies for the past 20 fucking years, or sorry, the past like 15 years, you know.
Yeah.
But like on its own, nah, it's really it's not that great.
That's fucking. To be fair, though, that's like 99.9% of what comes out of Hollywood right now.
I'm friends with the monster.
A lot of pretty and no substance. Just
Yeah.
like all the fucking actors and actresses. A lot of pretty, no fucking substance.
A lot of pretty.
Yeah,
No
I'm trying to
substance.
find that Duckman rant because that really is a good rant.
What? Okay, I guess.
Yeah, the Duckman one about comedy.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about mine. I was like, I don't know. I kind of trailed off too fucking much. It wasn't all that great. I couldn't stick to a point. Now, but the Duckman one was really good. I fucking love that one.
All right, it's not letting me share for some reason. Look it up on my phone.
Uh-oh.
What's happening? Fucking
Are we kind of done, or are we just still waiting for the share thing?
I was just lighting a cigarette and turning the fan on for a second because it was hot.
Oh, okay, there we go. Day 12 finally got through the Discord.
It's weird. It usually shows a fucking thumbnail, but it didn't.
I know you all came here to see Iggy Kentucky because you think he's funny, because you like his style, because you just plain like him.
All right, there we go. I'll put that in the chat as well, since there might actually be people watching. Oh, hey, Turkish, what's up, man? And I just keep forgetting we have a chat. I'm terrible. I know that. Oh, and Phyllis is there too. Did I call him Turkish? I think I called him Turkish.
Fucking loved you in Snatch. It's a great fucking character.
Oh man.
But you know one thing I would actually really fucking love to see if it doesn't actually happen, I'm really fucking sad, and I know it probably won't happen, but I would really love to see it. Did y'all ever watch any of the Netflix Marvel shows?
I watched some of a lot of them. I don't think I watched like all of anything.
Oh well, like did you watch any of Daredevil?
I watched like 3 or 4 episodes, but Daredevil is just fucking bores me.
Oh, dude, no, like
I don't know. I've seen pretty much all of the Jessica Jones, and that's about it.
It's just fucking moral quandary. Like, oh, should I kill the bad people? Fucking, who cares, dude? Stop being a bitch.
Well, anyway, like
you're dealing with
I fucking love Daredevil.
Like debating the fucking ethics. Really?
He's a Catholic.
Yeah, no, I know.
Like the dude
one
is
has
quite
that quandary that actually makes sense to me is Doctor Strange, who he's like he's a surgeon. He's made it. He swore an oath to do no harm. I kind of get that. Like I can kind of see where he's coming from with that one. But everyone else, it's like, nah, just kill him. Who cares?
I always looked at Daredevil as, in quite every literal sense, he is the quintessential Catholic. Like the two things that make up his entire ethos is, or not, sorry, not his ethos, his pathos is fucking guilt and suffering.
Yeah, that would definitely be pathos. Yeah.
Like.
Yep, that does make
so
sense.
yeah, like he's quite literally the quintessential Catholic.
I just fucking can't stand him. I don't know, man. There's some superheroes I don't really like.
Well, anyway, like there's a very good reason why I brought it up is that Spider-Man, after the last Spider-Man movie, is definitely gonna need a fucking lawyer.
Oh, really?
I would fucking love to see Charlie Cox come back as Daredevil in the MCU in Spider-Man 3.
I think there's a thing that they're just not going to go back and forth between the shows and the movies. Like, they're two separate universes. I think that's the general rule that they're going by.
That was supposed to be the case, but there is it's basically all but confirmed at this point that Chloe Bennett and fucking Coulson, I always forget his name, Greg Clark, and I don't remember his actual name, but Alfonso Mack, like the new director of S.H.I.E.L.D. in the show, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., are going to be in future MCU movies.
Oh, interesting. So they're starting to actually draw on some of the people from the shows.
Yeah, and so yeah,
and Big Show wants to play the Kingpin if Daredevil goes to the MCU.
Yeah, and I'd still rather it be Vincent D'Onofrio, just because he played it so fucking well. Holy shit, that was the best Kingpin, like live action Kingpin I've ever seen. I mean, there's only been 2, but the other one was awful.
You mean Michael Clark Duncan?
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Michael Clark Duncan, but yeah, that was a pretty fucking terrible character they wrote for him. I don't know, man.
And,
oh, go ahead.
Yeah, they did him dirty on that. Like they did everybody dirty on that except for fucking Jennifer Garner. She was the only one that got to look even half decent. In like, because that was actually a pretty halfway decent depiction of Elektra. Everyone else that was a really bad, like that was really bad for the character.
It was a fun movie, but it was ultimately not a very good one. Like I enjoy bad movies. I know I enjoy bad movies, but it did lead to her solo movie, that Elektra movie, that was fun to watch. Not because it was well written or a good story.
Right.
But it was like, there was just like these wacky fucking villains that were just so bizarre. That was what made it fun for me.
Yeah, the hand, and then you had fucking who was the big bad guy in that? I forgot.
Wasn't it like no Malcolm McDowell was the good guy? Oh, who was the bad guy? I don't remember.
I remember there being a bunch of hand foot soldiers, but I don't remember like the big bad.
I think the big bad was the one Asian guy with the sword, right? Like he was.
Yeah, like he had all the weird fucking helpers, like the dude whose tattoos came to life. And
yeah, he was like the leader of the pack of the people that were sent to kill her.
Yeah.
They never went further up the pole than him, though, as far as showing any of the hands higher ups.
Yeah, the 5 fingers of the hand.
Yeah, I don't think they really went into that. Or if they did, it was vague and not really like well defined. Like they didn't show faces or something.
Oh no, there was one thing I really appreciated about the Daredevil show is they made Madame Gao, like the old lady with the cane, like that's blind as shit. They made her a legitimate, actual fucking badass, like she was in the comics. Like she's sitting there force pushing people around, like just like, sitting there holding her cane, just sticks out a hand and they go flying across the room. Like, yeah, that's fucking Madame Gao. Madame Gao's a fucking badass. Evil fucking cunt, but she's a fucking badass.
Yeah. See, here's the thing though. Like, I like the stuff that I think a lot of people don't. Like, I really enjoyed Iron Fist on the Netflix series.
Really?
And everybody hates it. I don't know. I don't think I could ever watch it again, but just the one watch through, I really enjoyed it. And when they did the team up, I kind of enjoyed a little bit of that. It wasn't great, but it was all right.
Dude, I love the team up.
I just hated the stuff those.
I love the Defenders. That was great.
I kind of wanted them to do another series, like another season of that. I thought that would have been fun, but. Like, I wanted to see what's his name come into it. The fucking Purple Man.
Oh.
They didn't call him the Purple Man in that show, though. Like, in the Netflix stuff, they didn't call him Purple Man. It was something else. I just don't remember.
No, they did call him the Purple Man once. The kid did.
Oh, the kid did once? Okay.
Yeah, like, whenever... Or not the kid, but, like, one of the kids that got... Fuck, what was her name? In the second season, fucking Beth, or I think, something like that. The one that gets on trial, like, was on trial for killing her parents.
Oh, yeah.
She called him the Purple Man.
Oh, okay, so that was, like, the only reference. Because, like, I know in the comics he was actually, like, fucking purple from whatever happened that made him, like, have those weird powers, right?
Yeah. And in the show, they just had him wore a purple fucking vest most of the damn time.
Mm. Oh man, yeah, the Purple Man was a fun set of stuff with Jessica Jones. That was really fun. Everything after that just kind of got boring to me. Like it was just like, oh yeah, angsty stuff with her father. And...
You're talking about the show, or
yeah, the show on Netflix. Like after the first season, it just started getting really angsty and.
The first season was fucking amazing with David Tennant as Purple Man or whatever.
Yeah.
Second one sucked. The third one was a little better. It was definitely better than the second season. But again, not nearly as good.
Better than the second season.
Yeah, second season wasn't my favorite. The first is still my favorite. Third is definitely second.
I would say that's one of those times when they should have just left it at 1.
I could rewatch season 1 and season 3. I don't know if I could rewatch season 2.
I couldn't get through anywhere near all of that other one with Luke Cage either.
Really? Like, you didn't like Luke Cage?
I liked Luke Cage. The storyline got so fucking boring because you could see exactly what was going to fucking happen. Like, they were going to drag his fucking name through the mud, and eventually he was going to fucking figure out a way to, like, make them look bad again, and then beat the shit out of them, and everybody wins. We're all done. Am I wrong?
Not quite, because his name was still dragged through the mud the entire time. Like, even by the end of it, his name was still Mud.
Oh, okay, so he never recovered his name then. That actually is a little more interesting then.
Yeah, not until like way the fuck later. It's not until like halfway through season 2 where like he's actually like not hated.
Damn. I also didn't understand why everybody hated him from that. Like nobody seemed to give a shit about the like paying attention to the source of the information. It's like, oh, these people who've destroyed our neighborhoods and fucking killed all these people over and over and done all these terrible things to everybody, said that he's bad, so he must be. It's like, wait, what? Like,
right.
But then again, look at reality right now.
Yeah, no, dude, I actually really enjoyed season 1 of Luke Cage, and a lot of people thought that season 2 was way better. I hated season 2. Fucking Bushmaster was dumb as shit. His motivation was stupid as shit, and just like the character itself is just, when
the villain isn't good. That really
I Jamaica punchy, man. I so scary. No, you're not. Like, you're fucking stupid and ridiculous. Like if your entire character can be boiled down to Jamaican punchy man, nah, I'm good.
Punching the man in the gut. That's what I be doing there, man.
Yeah. No white guy Jamaican accents, dude.
Your villain should be your best actor and your best writing, in my opinion, when you're making a film or a show or anything. Like, who fucking cares who plays the hero? Because the hero has to be sort of bland anyway, just so people can relate. But the villain can be any fucking thing you want. That's where you gotta fucking concentrate all your creative efforts, in my opinion, at least. Because if you don't make the villain, like, real, then he's just not, it's not scary, it's not entertaining. It's like, oh, what was it? Like Heath Ledger as fucking the Joker. Like, that was a really weird version of the Joker, but holy shit, Heath Ledger made it so amazing.
Yeah. He really fucking did.
And if you think about it, like, if it had been fucking Shia LaBeouf, it would have been terrible. It really was the actor that made that.
Or Jared Leto.
Jared Leto. Those are two completely different takes on the Joker. Oh my god.
That's just awful.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the Jared Leto character is really different from any of the comic lore, right? Yeah, Harley Davidson was never really loved by the Joker, per se.
Harley Davidson.
God damn it.
What did I say? I'm sorry.
Instead of Harley Quinn, you said Harley Davidson.
Oh, my bad. Harley Quinn, the motorcycle. My bad. Everybody gets a ride, I guess. Poison Ivy first.
I mean, I fucking wish.
Hell yeah, dude.
I fucking wish.
She's the only one that makes clowns hot.
Anyway, no. So unfortunately, yeah, there is a version of the Joker in the comics that is very Jared Leto-esque.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure there was one. But for the most part, like most of everything, except for like what one or two little things, it was like the Joker. She just kind of hung out and wouldn't fucking leave. Right? At least from the cartoons and shit. Like he'd always fucking like desert her at the last minute or fucking.
Oh yeah, no, but like they like the whole thing about that the Joker never actually loved Harley. Nah, I don't fucking think so. Like he was just a sadistic fucking prick.
Yeah. I do like that the comic book Joker didn't really have an origin. Like he just was summoned out of necessity, essentially.
What do you mean?
I thought that the original Joker, like in the comics, just showed up. There wasn't like a specific backstory to him, like an origin story.
Kinda. Like yeah, no, there is
making him like a character that got dumped in a vat of acid or some shit like that.
Yeah, no, like there isn't an origin story, but he wasn't just there for no reason. Like he definitely had a reason to be there.
That's what I'm saying. He was summoned out of necessity. Like it was like the universe balancing out Batman in a sort of weird way.
I mean, kind of like I think one of the best ways I've ever heard it put is that the Joker is as much a child of Gotham as Batman is, and
that's actually a really good way of putting it. Yeah, like he's the child of the darker side of Gotham.
Yeah, and like that Gotham is the reason why they both exist, but they're also like Gotham's also the reason why neither of them can fucking die. Like they're necessary parts of the of that fucked up little piece of shit world.
Yeah. Yeah, that was really an interesting scene where the Joker was like, "You can't kill me. You need me. If I'm not here, you don't exist." Sort of like that weird, sort of fucking chaotic way of looking at it.
Yeah, or the way Heath Ledger was like, I don't want to kill you.
I need you.
Yeah. Oh, man. Oh, you know what? Fucking, I watched Conan the Barbarian, that old movie. Man.
The Schwarzenegger one?
Yeah, the Schwarzenegger one. Fucking... The world needs those movies back again. That style of movie. Just the brutal, crazy, fucking bizarre action flicks, man.
But was that the one where the James Earl Jones character, like...
Is the villain, turns into a snake?
Yeah, his fucking snakes turn into arrows, back into snakes.
Yeah, he did. After he turns into a snake, and it turns out he can make snakes into arrows, yep.
Is that the one where he's like showing how powerful he is and how everybody's under his thrall? He like points to a chick up on a cliff and she just jumps off at his command.
Absolutely.
What was that? That was in that movie, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And also the end of the movie, fucking Conan the Barbarian sneaks up on him and fucking like hacks his fucking head off and then throws it down the fucking steps to his fucking cult. Like all his priests and like worshippers are down at the bottom of these fucking stairs of the temple, and he just rolls the fucker's head down the fucking stairs for him. Like just like
shit.
Just a brutal fucking end. It's so good. And then there's all these references to where like the cultists are basically like hippies, and like the evil priest is trying to fucking bang Schwarzenegger because he's a gay dude. You could never get away with that now, but just we need these like ridiculous movies where just crazy weird shit happens.
Yeah, probably about that time, dude.
I was just thinking, I'm
Cool
like,
with it.
man, it is kind of dead right now. All right, man. We've gone like an hour past where we usually go, man. I think that's about time to end it off there.
Yeah.
Anybody who stuck around, man, thanks for coming.
I always come when you're around.
Don't take this to a Pinoy place. Join the Discord. I'm sure Satan and Satire will actually post his dick there at some point.
I mean, I'll probably get drunk enough at some point to be like, I'm sure they want to see it. I might as well give the people what they want.
Oh, and on that note,